Hey there guys, it's Metro and we're back. Didn't realize we were good. Hey there guys, it's Metro and we are back. Back again today. Another day for some keys. I think we'll try maybe today we'll try to just do a little bit more of searching for other keys. Because we keep getting it's just like seems like really unlikely that we're gonna actually get the 16 we need. We need more attempts at it. So we'll try that. Have to deal with the frustrations of that, but Reapors and Agronaut, welcome. How you guys been? And Mex as well. What's up, friend? How's things? All right. Yeah, so let's see if we can't find... every time we're listing, we'll just look for those keys specifically as well. Looking for Priory and a lot of 17s listed as well. Those people are a lot higher than me, though. Well, some of them at least. Anyway, there's Theater. Sign up to that. Doc Rhythm, what's up? Welcome. Oscar as well. How's it going? And Report says, good. You? I'm good. I'm good. Kyle, welcome back. How's Dastardly Duos? I don't understand it, to be honest. Like, it seems like, I don't know. I don't get it. It was cool. It's a cool concept. I don't like that it's seemingly just the same bosses over and over again, but I'm very optimistic on the content. Let's put it that way. Waiting to see more. Waiting to see like some gameplay loop develop around it. Like, what are people doing with it and in it? Because as of right now, it doesn't seem like I understand it. I think more so. Usually I was like, I'm not sure it's something I would enjoy, but like I think I would enjoy it. So also I heard about something. This is a cool idea. Somebody on Reddit posted this, that they have done like a challenge, quote unquote, to get a full mythic transmog appearance from delves only, which I love the idea of. Very cool idea. Especially for characters you've never played before. I think that's a really cool idea. I didn't fully understand it, though. I didn't fully understand how you would do it. Like, I guess you just need hero gear to be maximally upgraded, and then you get the mythic appearance. That's correct? But if so, is there, like, a reliable way to get the hero gear? Or you just have to get lucky? Because I don't know, like, how you even get gear from delves, honestly. I guess from the vault, right? Is that mostly from the vault? I don't even know where you get hero gear. The maps or something? Hey, Mike and Zach, welcome. Okay, we've been invited. I'm excited for the lore walking feature. That we will be checking out. Yes, definitely. There's a lot of small features that I kind of like. As much as I've been loving doing the private server thing on the second channel, I kind of wish I had more time for all these small features because they look really good, to be honest. Like, I could easily see myself going hard into Visions, going hard into the Dastardly Duos thing, going hard into the potential lore walking stuff, going hard into the mop beta. Like, I really wanted to do mop stuff, but just like all my free time between basketball, all going in gaming, all going into that private server thing right now. So anyway, looks like we got a group. We only have, wait, we have no speeds. I don't know how to word this without sounding like I'm... should need speed for the skips with that comp. Oh no. I don't know. I've seen people fail it with with the speed. So that's an Oceanic group. How's the ping? No problem at all for me. It's like 100 and some, but that's it. Everyone in the group has speed ups. You just need to time it. Do you feel like that's like a reliable thing to do in a pug? Hey, Rye Guy, welcome. Cool. Alright, we can do it without then. I've never done it without, but... It's the same as if you would have Roar from the Druid. Yeah. I think you maybe just haven't seen it fail the way I've seen it. People fail with the Roar constantly, so... I mean, if it was up to me, we would have a Warlock gate for both of them, but that's not actually possible given the cooldown of the gate. But yeah, we'll give it a try. Like, I'm not confident that I can do it alone, let alone... other people. A minute cooldown in between those. I don't think that's enough time, is it? For Wraith Walk? I guess thinking Decivant should be enough. Give it a try. Just seems like way too risky to consider it, but... You think DA is enough?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
DA is enough for the first boss, got it. I've never actually done the first one without a actual Warlock gate either way, so not sure where to stand for that. I'll probably do DA for the second one just because I'm more familiar with where to stand for that one. Start in the middle of the hallway, gotcha. Just like don't go past like the entrance point to the next area, I guess, right? Price of your group is actually killing Decia first. Oh yeah, is that a good thing? I never feel like anybody like goes out of their way to kill one or the other.
Beware.
I've noticed a few Warlocks mess up the gate skip in here. I've seen it placed basically on top of the mini boss multiple times. What the fuck? That would have been a go into record. People try to focus the caster. Yeah, that's... I don't know if that's just because it automatically gets marked or what, but if usually one's going to die first, it's that one. I don't fully feel like there's much of a value. I mean, if anything, I would kill the frontal guy if it was up to me, but... because that's the only thing that ever seems to cause deaths on this fight. Besides just the beginning when we have the ad still. Killing Dusty at first isn't as big of a deal as it used to be. The Moral Strike killing buff on the tank used to suck in Shadowlands. Oh, is that why it's being brought up? Yeah, this fight's so easy to survive now compared to the way it used to be. Oh, well, there goes Wraithwalk. Gotta remember to not do that, I guess. I mean, it's probably gonna be back up. This fight usually takes a while. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but they place it so the boss activates the RP. Isn't the point you place it so it doesn't even activate? No, I don't think it's impossible. I think it's impossible to not activate. It just won't aggro because it's far enough away. Yeah, Wraithwalk, plenty of time there. I guess it's very likely that Wraithwalk would be usable for both skips. Because the skip takes a few seconds to set up on either side of it, so that would mean that we would just have to be in combat for like 50 seconds and it would be both up. This has surprisingly become one of my favorite dungeons. Oh, really? That's cool. I like it for what it is. It's a very different type of Mythic Plus. So I just don't cross this like... Oh, what the hell is this? Who did that? Oh, this guy did it?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I didn't expect him to do it. Alright, yeah, that's easy mode. Wraithwalk goes, no problem. This time 17 workshop by 2 minutes. Those boss fights are long, mate. Bare long, innit? Yeah, it's funny. I've never even tried it, but I always assumed somebody would fuck it up. Just seems like way easier to just invite a druid or a shaman since they're so good anyway right now. It's got to be one of the worst dungeons of the season. Oh yeah. Well, obviously it's just personal opinion. I like it for what it is. Very unique type of Mythic Plus. Kind of like a more old school dungeon. No like gigantic pulls and crazy strategies. Just about doing it right.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, cleared it both easy mode. Way too worried about that, I guess. Was that your English accent? May. In it. That's specifically Harry's accent. Ah, bruv. In it. Rah. Hey, master. You think women's have a brain inside the head? What do you mean? Why do you ask that question? No, what do you think I'm the master of as well? Last boss was like 6 minutes. Whoa. Yeah, that fight's long. Too many phases. 3-phase fight no matter what. That might be why I like it. There's no crazy skips or big pulls. You know what you get with this one. Yep, I like that. Yeah, I gotta understand the context of that question better before I can answer it. Sorry, Sonic. Is that the warrior from the key review? master. I think women's have chicken poop brain in the brain. Chicken poop in the brain. Gotcha. Do you have any like? Can you like cite scientific studies of that, or like where'd you come up with this? I'm pretty open-minded when it comes to stuff, but I think yeah, for the most part. I mean, like just I think if you know what like actual like chicken excrement is and like chemically it is, you know what I mean? I don't think it would be possible for that to exist. I think like if that was true, then yeah, there'd be like serious like infections of the skull almost immediately upon birth. That's unlikely to be true, but like I said, I'm open to any evidence you have for that fact. Because I did hear that Louisiana is banning chemtrails too. Did you guys hear that? So maybe Sonic's from Louisiana. I did 2 theater for the first time last week as Blood Death Night. The dungeon was obnoxious. On a 2, really? I think people who type their names in numbers, lowercase and uppercase letters, and can't form a coherent sentence have poop in the brain. Yeah. It's just my personal theory. I'm sorry for the insult. The poop of the chicken. Oh, you don't have to apologize. If you're a retard, it's all good, man. Nobody's gonna fault you for that. We all have our faults. Hey Griffin, what's up, buddy? Welcome. And mood music for life. What's up? Welcome. Tomorrow, Metro. I just did my first 15 on Blood Death Night. Oh yeah, which one? What key? I'm geared enough for 6 easily, but not having seen the mechanics, that shit still instantly wipes me at 2. Oh wow. Well, make sure you record the runs. If you have any questions, let me know. Cinderbrew was your first 15. That's cool. It was pretty cool after the DPS flamed and left. Oh yeah. You know what always cracks me up? You can go in one of the best players in the world stream and people are still trying to tell them how to play. Oh really? Like who? I'm sure that people do that all the time. Here we got Rune Weapon coming up in a bit here. No less currently, but we're gonna go for it anyway. What the I'll turn around. Why did you say it twice? That was weird. You got deaths, but it didn't actually cause any issues. There's lots of fresh meat. Yeah, it was like double the meat, I guess. I was in Gingy stream and people were trying to tell him how to play. Oh yeah. They'll act like they didn't know just to get engagement in their chat. Oh right, that's probably true. Okay, I mean it worked out, I guess. I actually died during the Dastardly Duos thing. I thought I could pull basically everything, but found out that wasn't the case. Oh yeah, because your gear gets like scaled down. It's pretty crazy, actually. What does the cake do? Drops gear to 619. Oh no, that's like, there's like a scaling component that's part of the system. Then I noticed there was an achievement to die 3 times and still win. Oh, really? What the hell? You can die and just keep trying. That's cool. I thought it might kick you out or something. Paladin's asking for bloodlust when we used it 2 minutes ago. Going to watch the finals at all? No, probably not. I fucking hate SGA, man. I'm telling you, like, he makes everything that I've loved about basketball, he spits in the face of. So that dude, I won't watch. Oh shit! Got right on the edge of that. Oh, he was dead. Oh yeah, fair enough. Okay. Hey, triple tap, welcome. Who is SGA? A basketball player. Neo, welcome back. Secretly hoping OKC gets 4-0'd. Oh yeah, I said it the other day. I hope it's a draw somehow. If there could be a draw, I would hope for that. Like, I was like reading up on ways that there can be no champion. And I guess one of the ways is that the team that wins could be disqualified for some scandal. So I guess I'm hoping for that. I wouldn't mind Halliburton winning it. Oh yeah, I don't dislike the Pacers, but they beat the Knicks, and I guess I'm gonna root for a team nowadays. I'm gonna root for the Knicks, even though I don't really watch the NBA much. I'd like the Pacers to win. It would be cool to see a team get their first championship. Oh, do they not have one at all? Oh, yeah, I guess then I wouldn't be opposed to that either. I dislike Brunson even more than SGA. Oh, really? Why? I fucking hate Villanova, and I still I rooted for the Knicks, so that should tell you everything. They won a title, but it was before they were an NBA team. Oh. I didn't even know you could win a title for the NBA if you're not a part of the NBA. That's crazy. So what, they were like a baseball team at the time or something? Transplanted leagues? Afternoon all the way from Scotland. Andy, what's up? Welcome. You guys have like haggis there, right? Why did they fire Nick's head coach? I think because of the way he interacted with the bench. It was really strange. Haggis and kilts. Yeah, they have kilts too. That's cool, right? Kilts are fucking cool, honestly. He was interacting with Growl's podcast? No, I mean, sorry, the bench of his team. Sorry. Yeah, not the podcast. That'd be crazy, actually. Could you imagine if he just got in like a verbal altercation with a WoW podcaster and that's why he got fired? That'd be fucking insane, dude. That would put this game on, like, it would be like huge, huge, huge again, right? Takes a real man to rock a skirt. I'd be fine. I'd be trying it for sure. I think I have good legs. Brunson literally was grabbing players' arms and hitting himself with it. In the last game when he was frustrated, he literally headbutted a player. Oh yeah. I think that's just like, I don't know. I didn't see all that. I don't know about grabbing arms and hitting him with it, but... What is this? Oh. What's happening here? It's like bugged. I couldn't pick it up. No, I can't move it. You look like a majestic wizard. Oh, yeah. That bug happened to me before? Yeah, I don't know. Find your interact key. I've never had that not happening before. Ended up depleting the key by 7 seconds because the key took too long to believe me. Yeah, I mean, that may be in play here as well. Probably thinks he's the tank. Yeah, like, well, I don't know what he's actually talking about, but I'm glad that you can do some strategy that I'm unaware of, but that's not what we're doing today. Some of the snap pulls in the MDI are pretty easy to pull off. Oh yeah, what does it do? What is he talking about snapping? I don't even know. Here we go again though. I don't understand what's going on here. Just gotta have the whole team on the same page. I fucking got it. Alright, cool. I guess we're not gonna be able to do the route we want to do. I know how snapping works. I just don't understand what the point of doing it is. This makes my blood boil. I don't know. It's just a bug, I guess.
Beware.
I mean, I guess we should have been fighting this the whole time. I don't know. Not sure when it's safe to combine these. Griffin, that strat was also used years ago when the dungeon was new. It jumped off one platform onto another. Oh, really? Nice. And whether it just allows you to skip one of these packs or something. You pull entire platform and less this step. Yeah, it seems like way slower to come this way now that we've done it because we don't have the ability to steal the shields or whatever. Because these guys all have half health basically. I don't know if that's accounted for or what, maybe numerically, but don't look like it.
Beware.
They were under their old name of Wonder Bar since most of the team joined Method. Oh yeah.
Beware.
They skip trash later. Oh yeah, we're done with the dungeon though. So these guys are trying to like pull extra trash we don't need then at this point because they saw somebody do that.
Beware.
Not really sure what the point of that whole thing was.
Beware.
I don't think we have count. Those last mobs do not give this much, do they? It's about combining pulls to save time, but yeah, not needed on 16. I mean, it could definitely work, but I don't know how to do it, so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're short count.
Beware.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Beware.
I just checked, just less than 4.4% that last pack. So it is enough. Not very good at math.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Beware.
You should have exact count, okay. If so, then that's good. You don't need to move away from the boss for the souls, I know. But I like to do it anyway to make sure they go at the exact same spot.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Beware.
Some good DPS. Yeah, we're actually destroying this key too. So as long as we have count, we'll upgrade it. Sometimes if I'm standing on the boss as a tank, even though I'm lined up with the others, the soul goes to the side. Yep, yeah, it's an issue for sure. You don't need it to go to the wrong side, you know? I already fucked it up thinking about count the first time, so might as well just stack with everybody else. Everybody else is losing DPS too, might as well. You can't see the percent. Oh, you can't? 95.57.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This does not end here.
Last pack's enough. Got it. Cool. Oh, cool. You ever misclick and trim your beard shorter than you wanted? Misclick? No. Yeah, we need this key. Yep. So it looks like we'll get it as long as we have count and everything doesn't fall apart. The other day I missed the jump off that platform. Oh, really? That's funny. Is count off? I don't know. I thought it would be, honestly, but...
At long last, a worthy contender.
About to find out.
Behold my power and despair. Beware.
Any tips for Priory and Cinder? No, I'm not really good at like super general questions like that, unfortunately. But if you have any specific questions, let me know.
Demands your songs.
Oh yeah, it was exact count, so that's good. So that worked out. Maybe that side's easier then, I don't know.
Beware. Magic reaches beyond your mortal
Boosted group blame if counts off. They'll blame me, but it's obviously their fault. But luckily that didn't come into play, and we'll get our upgrade here. The count is definitely not the same. It's slightly lower, it looks like, but yeah, it's definitely good still, I guess.
magic reaches beyond your mortal ken.
I'd make a snarky comment to the mage. I would love to see how that unfolded if we didn't have count. The problem is we have so much time, we'd probably still go back and get count from somewhere and still upgrade it. So we'll just end up beginning a nothing sort of ordeal. Happy Wednesday, King, welcome. Wait, are you the king of where specifically? Your Grace. Mages have been falling off in your keys lately compared to 3 weeks ago. Oh, really? Oh, I've liked Mage the whole time. I don't think the Mage is underperforming. He did really well this key. Isa, welcome. Keystone Guru shows both paths are equal. Yeah, we said this last week, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just wrong. But I swear we usually come out of that split with 4.6 or whatever, 0.6, not 0.5. Maybe I'm just not remembering it right, but. A 660 mage can do more damage on this boss than that guy. Well, it's, yeah. Maybe he didn't do great, but don't forget we also had the ads to think about. So we'll see what the overall looks like, but he did really well on a lot of pulls. Gag, what's up? Welcome. Glad to see ya. What the hell? Game, like, I did not think I was in that, but okay. Yeah, it's add to arcane mage's damage, though, due to funnel. Nice. I just mean like he wasn't prepared for the pull of the boss. Alright. Well, that's a weird chart there. Yeah, good 15 points, so we are now well over 3,400. Exciting. You may want to relog after that key. Why? Hunter carry, we'd love to see it. Yep. Yeah, that's a big. It's like everybody's got a big gap in between them. That's kind of funny. Marksman went crazy there. Over 20% over average. Yep. Was it your key? No. I gotta like change it too, by the way.
It's a great day to visit a dungeon.
Wait, why am I not able to change it? Oh, wait, what the fuck? What is this? Yeah, no, what language is that? Is that like Portuguese or something? What is this? Why do I have a 17? We did not double upgrade it, no. They must have changed the timer in there. Oh, did we upgrade a 16 at the end of the day? Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, we double upgraded, or we upgraded 16 Dark Flame. That's right. I thought it was 15 Dark Flame. Anyway, I can't change it. But yeah, that's one we needed. They remove you and don't even say bye. Oh, did they? I don't know what those guys are saying. What the fuck language is that? Would you try Flood now? I have Flood already. We're going to try to find Priory next. 3.4k, yeah. Can I pay Faxi for a lesson to play Marksman? I don't know that he offers that service. Look at the Holy Pally stretch, by the way. Did you finish a 17 yesterday? We didn't even enter a 17 yesterday. Lots of Blood Death Knights on the list. Oh yeah, that's just because it's me keeping the stats. Numbers can be talked about for sure. Alright, cool. Yeah, let's see what he's offering. They have good DPS, but the other DPS are as good or better and have much better defensives. What, you're talking about marksman? I'm kind of surprised that group was not toxic after. Well, I don't know that they weren't. That's why I'm about to look it up. I don't know what all that is. I don't know what language that is, by the way. The weirdest language I've ever seen. Unsay RR. RR Tang. What the fuck? Indonesian. Oh. Okay, so I guess that's how they say GG maybe. So he says GG tank. Then the paladin says don't say GG to him probably. I don't know what that would be. Okay. Indonesian apparently is what these guys are speaking. Maybe not. I have no idea. I mean, they're not even really saying words, I don't think. Are they even saying words? Filipino. That's probably more realistically what they're saying. I mean, like, what could that possibly be? Release? I have no idea. If they are communicating in a language, it is a very strange language. Physical God Comp had a hunter in their team. They run it on live servers too. Oh yeah. Were they a pre-made when you formed the group? I don't know about that. I think he wanted his friend to retool his key. Oh, re-roll, you mean? Okay, is there a priory out there? No. So we can try our motherlode? Oh, Floodgate, yeah, that's what it is. Sounds like Pally told Mage not to say GG, then he forgot you were streaming or something? Oh, really? They said GG Tank, you're amazing, and best Death Knight we've ever played with. I doubt they said that. Thanks, Mex. Enhance. I'll grab that guy. Oh, also, I definitely need to log. So we want that one to be uploaded. I guess we'll take a Devastation Evoker. They said which healer is the best for Season 2? Funny. We'll take a priest. This one doesn't really have much of a problem with interrupts. Other than that one spot, I guess. We'll port over there to Blooded Gate. He's going to swap to Og before the key starts. 3,500 is the 1% achievement? I don't think so. No, it's going to be way higher than that, right? You can see on Raider.io. It's almost 3,700 now. Holy shit. That's pretty hardcore. 36.59. Gotcha. What was that? Mostly 18s, 17s? I think SkyTide was saying you needed 19s to get it. '18s and 19s. It's gonna get close to 37.50, I bet, maybe even higher. Yeah, cause like there's still stuff coming too, right? Like, is the belt? Is that actually gonna make an impact on us? So we have what? It's, yeah, 2 weeks. Delver's bonus. What is that? Is that like a new event? Increasing rewards. Huh? 19s is crazy. Yeah, I mean it's the title for a reason, but yeah, that does sound crazy actually. Because the highest key in the world is a 21 right now, right? Is that right? Or is there 20s only? There should be a pug only title. It'd be cool as fuck if there was like a separate system, yeah. I'm struggling to get groups for 16s and 17s. I can't even imagine doing a 19. Well, I'm just talking about in live. I'm talking about in live, guys, for the title. Not on the MDI, obviously. Title does not come from the MDI. I'm surprised they don't do glad mounts for Mythic Plus.
5,
They just have the mount from 3K, right?
2, 1.
The final tuning of the belt probably won't be until after the patch, so we don't know exactly how powerful it's going to be, you mean? Thanks, Steve, for the well wishes on good luck. We are going to need it because this dungeon is very difficult. There's Purgatory. That was very sloppy open. I'll pop like everything here just to survive this. That means the next pack's probably killing us. No, I'm not even gonna survive it, it looks like. Others are dying now. I'm glad I'm not the only one whose frame rate tanks like hell. Yeah. I think it's Plater causing some issues. Okay, well, Rune Weapon's back up by the time that took so long that it's actually back up. Everything's back up pretty much. In Plater, you can disable mods and scripts you don't use to improve performance. So yeah, I don't actually have an issue with it. It just probably doesn't look good on the stream. I don't know what I would disable that isn't being used, but. A little sketchy. Just kind of slow, I guess, more than sketchy. Do you skip bubbles? No. I want to jump in that sparkly water. That stuff there. It's pretty cool. It stuns you, but I mean it's still neat. Mythic Ovanax was pretty much unplayable for 90% of the people who attempted it. Oh really? Enhance doing negative damage. That's, yeah, maybe part of the problem there. I see very few elemental shamans. Yeah, I'm shocked to see so few, honestly. Because honestly, from what I've seen, they seem better.
Beware. Beware.
I doubt that Ellie survives the mommy issues boss. Oh, really? Wait, we don't have an Ellie one. We have an enhanced one, but yeah. Enhanced is strong, to be honest. This one's just having a bad day. He's doing fine now.
Beware. Beware.
Alright, now we're all having a bad day. And we're not doing the key anymore as well.
Beware.
Shaman's just so squishy. 3 defensives each on a long CD. Oh yeah.
Only the strongest survive.
Enhance is hard to play well. I never invite them. Oh, is it really? That was only the first couple of weeks, and the week horse got fixed, and that was okay. Oh yeah. At least 16 resilient? No, not yet. Again, I still need Priory. Still need Priory. Feels like that's most male users, the squishy aspect. Oh yeah, there's only the 3, but yep, I'd imagine they all have a problem with that. Healer dies twice then leaves. Nice. Hey Metro, did you see the UI team's comment? I did, yeah. I should honestly make a video on that. Maybe this weekend we'll do it. Didn't really feel like it answered a lot of my questions, so. Did the Havoc Demon Hunter hit a bomb? Oh, I'm not sure. I didn't read all that. They're basically willing to work with the add-on makers. I wouldn't say that. I'll be making a video on it this weekend, I think. It sounded like they were basically just getting a lot of like comments sent their way, and they're like, "Hey, stop fucking messaging us. Here's what we're doing. Don't ask again," kind of thing. Okay. All right, let's see if we can find Priory. Nothing even close to the right level. You take like 17. Oh yeah, you can. That's cool. All right, so we'll do ours again. They're trying to make the game playable on consoles, aren't they? No. That was not mentioned. Why do crabs never volunteer for what? So for Cinder, what's your first pull? I got them all on the spreadsheet if you want to watch. You can go to the spreadsheet and sort by Cinder Brew and watch all the VODs that are associated with those runs. You finish your quest if you're buying anything. Oh yeah. Forgot about that. Honestly, I probably won't even mess with it at this point. Okay. Yeah, I think we like these guys. Console pugs for Mythic Plus gonna be crazy. They already are pugs who play WoW on console. Yeah, we actually have a video on that from this season. I feel it's good to start the conversation with add-on devs, but it's kind of unproductive at the moment when they haven't actually announced concrete plans yet. That's what I mean. Like, that's why to me it sounded like they were just saying like, "Hey, stop fucking messaging us." Like, I honestly think that's what that message was. Like, "Hey, we get it. You guys are like really asking a lot of questions here. We don't have answers for you right now. So please stop." Yeah, mage is good for this one, I guess. That guy's got a 17 rookery, but a 14 flood. So no. How about paladin? Do you think that we might have Xbox WoW by the end of the year? No. At the end of the year? What the fuck? Are you joking? You think in 6 months they're gonna have announced that and it's gonna be out as well? WoW on mobile, just like Final Fantasy? Yeah, I don't see it. Wait, is Final Fantasy on mobile? What? What mobile? You can play it on your phone? I mean, I know the game's like a fucking joke and you just like pet cats or something. WoW on Samsung Smart Fridge? Wait, who's Alexa? I kind of like a Steam Deck, but not quite. It's kind of like a Steam Deck. My brother plays WoW on a handheld PC that has mini Windows operating system. I like that. I wanted to buy an Asus ROG a while ago. Don't you guys have phones? Yeah, I have mine. Why? It's going to be a different version of Final Fantasy 14. So it's going to be like 14 and a half or some bullshit. With the single button assist, it could work. Yeah, I don't think so. I think one button rotation will be a game changer for WoW on Steam Deck. Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, like, do you really think so? Because it's going to be like a huge nerf, right? Alexa, put all levers in the nipple twister machine. Wait, do you have a machine like that? What the fuck? Instead of 12 people playing, 14 people will play on their phones. That's why it's called Final Fantasy 14, because that's how many players the game has. I'm low on motivation and keys, Metro. Any tip? Stream it. Make your primary income from doing so. Adds motivation. One button rotation is a game changer for my alt mount farm characters. Oh yeah, I bet, yeah. What key is this? This is 16 motherload, or workshop. I always say motherload. Or it's not workshop either. What the fuck? Flooded gate. Okay, here we go. Try it again.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, if you guys didn't see the video of us reviewing somebody who did a, I think it was like an 8 or something, maybe even higher. It's pretty wacky, to be honest. I don't know how anybody plays like it, but it's definitely possible, I guess. I think we often overuse the healing pot on this pull. It's like we get scared of the start where we're kind of defenseless. And then I end up popping like 5 CDs out of the gate, and the healing pot is just the one that's needed the least. So we're going to save that, hopefully for the next pack when we might actually need it. But we may still need it here. We already have a death. Yeah, blood has returned to us. We use Lichborn. These are just dying slow again. Rep Pally must be the one that died, I guess, because he's low on the charts. Sally, Twilight Devastation. Oh, there goes. Oh, I thought we lost Purgatory there. Sadly, Twilight Devastation doesn't work with my 13 million life on Guardian Druid. Yeah, I wish it worked like the old days, right? Have you ever been interested in PvP? No, PvP's awful in this game. You couldn't pay me enough to play it, honestly. It's so bad. A few times I've tried it, it's always like the most frustrating thing ever. Oh god, what the fuck was that ring? Oh my god, we might wipe to that. That was awful. That didn't cause any actual issues though. Separating those enemies. I thought they were gonna run around and try to get threat on somebody else or something. Targeting and menu controls in general are awful. What, in WoW? Oh, you're talking about on Steam Deck, probably. Imagine tab targeting is one of the main problems for console. Yeah, just like, yeah, targeting in general, yeah. I mean, I think the main issue is keyboard. Like, keyboard and mouse. Like, it would be mandatory, right? So, I don't know why they would produce something for a system that doesn't feature the main thing that you need to use to play the game. Monk knows what you want to pull better than you do, don't worry. I mean, that wasn't, yeah, that was just, I don't know if he meant to do that or what, but that was really strange how he like split the pulls, gather up. I really love your Mythic Plus analysis, so yeah, well, you've come to the right channel then. Because we got a lot of videos. Yeah, the CC in PvP is what makes it so unfun. Even in PvE, if I get stunned, I'm like, oh my god, this is fucking agonizing. But then imagine that happening like 70% of the combat. Grab this pack again. Seems safer. Oh, or not. What's just happened? We've aggroed 4 now somehow? Didn't know that was possible. What kind of group makeup would you avoid entirely for Theater of Pain? 3 Fire Mages, I guess, would be like one. That would be a big one. Metro, overall, do you believe Brew is harder to master as Blood Death Knight? You mean Brew Master? Like the spec? Or you mean Cinder Brew Meadery? Brewmaster is a lot different, but I don't know much about it outside of the fact that it's different, honestly. I think Blood is the hardest to master, no matter what, but to compare another spec side by side would be difficult for me. 3 Ogs would be one to avoid as well, yeah. Hey, Duro guy, welcome. Why can I not hop up this ledge? Difference is Brew isn't entirely reliant. Yeah, I might as well pull these 2 now at this point. They're both similar difficulty from playing both, but depends on what you find difficult. Oh, really? I think, like, Brew is just kind of weaker, so that's a big issue. Blood is very reaction-based tanking, where Brew is more set up in advance. Oh, yeah. I timed 17 with an AUG yesterday. Oh, really? I mean, despite an AUG? Okay, this fucking ledge is such a pain in the ass, man.
You guys stay right where you are. Run away, little girl.
Oh, we're just dead here, I guess. And well, I guess the key's over anyway, huh?
Beware.
Only the strong strongest survive.
Our group is running Brewmaster as a tank. We're doing fine getting into 15, so aggro generation is really bad. Oh, really? I made it since MOP. It's always been kind of weak in dungeons. It had one good season because of their toolkit was written poorly and abused way back in Legion. You're talking about Brewmaster, yeah. Yeah, they don't seem to be a good pick for tanking Mythic Plus Pugs, it seems. Why the hate for Fire Mage? Because they're hated. They're bad. They need to buff all tank threat IMO. Oh, really? I haven't had any issues with threat. That's the one thing that I hear you guys bring up, but I've never had issues with it. Even though Pharaoh Druids are unpopular, I love watching a good one play. They can hold their own with anyone. Yeah, Pharaoh's actually pretty damn good right now. It's strange because, yeah, everybody's bombkin, I guess, but... Brew plays the same. The start of pulls are rough and stabilize over time. That's a problem then, because they have, like, very little health, right, compared to other tanks. Brew is fine once they get planted, but the collection part and openers is rough. So that makes them a real problem then, because they don't have that natural defense to get them through it. Brew has the most OP AoE taunt in the game. That's true. Yeah, it's always a funny thing when people say it's got bad threat, right? Shaman Pro Key Brickers today. Oh, yeah. What's the other one? The other one was a healer, a priest healer, right? Yeah. I don't understand why you would leave there. That one was like, well, okay, we got a little sloppy, I guess. Okay, I guess we won't find out. Got the 5th pull. I mean, I don't, yeah. Did I miss something there? I'm not sure why you would leave after that. Oh, I didn't delete yesterday's. It's our 2nd death of the dungeon. Oh, I guess we had a couple deaths there or something. Okay. Yeah, I guess it was a lot more. It's like almost a full wipe at that point. Threat on gather is rough, but once it's all within 15 yards of the statue, you'll always have aggro. Yeah, that's pretty much how blood works too. You just gotta have everything in blood boil range. Why does every shaman healer scuff the run and leave? Well, luckily that doesn't happen. I love me some disrupting shout. Oh yeah. I think people just don't like having to take statue and Mythic Plus. Oh, is that like it? Okay, so people don't take the talent. Is that the problem? Oh, we could sign up to that one, maybe. Probably won't get invited. People often skip that pack. Maybe that's why he left. Well, that's a pretty bad reason to do it after we fought it. It cost 2 globals to get it down and taunt. So it's like a hard talent to use, I guess. Can you show the floodgate route, please? No, I don't have it. I don't have a route. But if you want to see the runs we've done in the past, they're in the spreadsheet down below. You can go watch the VODs and see exactly what we do. I had people drop because in first boss room on Rook when I went counterclockwise instead of clockwise on Trash. That would have been a good one to record and send in. Alright, I guess we'll do ours one more time. Probably more than once, unfortunately, but...
It is a bright day with exceptionally favorable winds. A perfect day for a race.
People really care about the right and left path. Try going up the right and Priory and see people have a meltdown. That one's a little different though, don't you think? Grid Knight, what's up, buddy? Finally started pugging 13 keys this week. Thanks for sparking my love of blood again. I didn't do it, but I'm glad that you were able to find love. I just played the game. I love you all. Really? Everybody? That's... I would be careful saying... I mean, you never know. Might be somebody in here you don't love and you just don't realize it yet. They should rotate those mini bosses on Priory? Like permanently? Or you mean... I think it's good as it is. Trying to do 12s on Preservation Evoker. Coming from a main tank, I can't stand needing to heal tanks outside of some niche situations. Oh, do you feel like you have to? I haven't obviously healed in a long time, but... Can you greet me, please? Why? No, wait, in what way? Welcome.
Someone didn't get the message.
A lot of tanks in 12 need a lot of
These
attention.
are
Oh, yeah.
Earthen resources.
Blizzard is hosting an Echo versus Liquid Dastardly Duo Creator Clash. Yeah, that's... I still can't figure... Like, doing what? Yeah, like, what is it? I don't... They're really trying to get people to just do it fast, I guess, but it's like, there's no skill to it. It's just... I don't really get it. Doesn't really feel like something that has, like, a high skill ceiling. Nice to meet you. Welcome. You must hate playing with Brewmasters, then. Oh, yeah, I can imagine that's the worst of them. Are you going to be leveling up any alts now? No. If I was going to do alts, it would be through delves, like for delve stuff. I definitely wouldn't be doing time walking, that's for sure. We need Bloodlust. Prez has a lot of hots. Oh, yeah. Do you plan on trying Mob Classic? No, probably not. I really want to do the Golden Lotus content that was removed that I never got to do. But I just can't imagine myself having any free time to do it. I don't know how long it would take to do it. I feel like it would be easier for me to do it on the beta. So if anything, I might just do it on the beta and record it, and then that's the end of it. Resto Druid loves healing me because they just keep hots on me as Brewmaster. Yeah, always been a good combo. A lot of Warlocks, huh? If Legion Remix is popular, would you do Mythic Plus there? Yeah, I'd definitely be doing Legion Remix, that's for sure. I'm still debating on how. I would imagine if it came out today, this is the plan, I would do... Like, it would be like the leveling channel would be the focus of it. And then if Mythic Plus was actually like fun and interesting and competitive, I could find myself doing it. But I think realistically, it would be more fun to try to solo it. So I don't know how it's gonna like go, but I could imagine I will probably end up soloing it more than I would end up doing group content. Why is the eye level is 375? Oh, did I put 375? Oops. I miss Mop Remix? Yeah, Mop Remix was amazing. I'm so looking forward to spamming Maw of Souls for weeks again. I doubt they will do that. Like, why would you do it? What would be the reason? Gonna have to farm AP again? Why? Why do you think you would have to? Are you talking about Legion Classic or something? Yeah, there's not gonna be artifact power in Classic Remix, right? Or whatever it's called, the Legion Remix. But though I would assume that like there'll be a system similar like the threads, you know, for the cloak. It'll be the same thing. I hope we get the tier sets and not just mop gem gear. No, yeah, I don't think they would do that. It's probably gonna be the exact same formula as mop remix, just with new stuff added on top of it. Wait, did I just invite a fire mage? Alright, we'll give him a shot. What about legendaries and artifacts? Did you not do, maybe you didn't do mop remix. But yeah, look at how they handle mop remix. They're probably gonna do the exact same thing for Legion. I want the weapon appearances back. Well, Legion Classic, I guess, will eventually come out. That makes Legion Remix way less fun, does it? I wouldn't say it made Mop Remix less fun. Mop Remix was basically a whole new way to play the video game, just in Mist of Pandaria. And I assume that's the future for these things. It's not Legion Classic. That's a different system if you want that together. That's coming too, I think, but... Legion Classic sounds like an oxymoron. Oh, so does Kata. I still can't believe they did Kata. It's fun for the first time, but I don't think it will hit the same way the second time around. Oh, really? I think the goal is to get people into content that they haven't done before. Like, don't forget, the reason Mob Remix was so interesting was people were like farming the dungeons and raids and the scenarios and all that, you know? Like, that content's all still there, but it's just not being used at all in the game, so. I just hope they vary the empowerments on this go around. Oh, they'll definitely change, like, what you get from the power. Definitely, no doubt about that. Mop Remix was awesome. Remixes like Mop will always be popular, yep. The way the cloak had tons of colors, I think different legendary artifact colors would be sick. Yeah, I doubt they would do it, because that would be a lot of stuff, don't forget. The reason they did that cloak that way was because there was a lot of cloak models that were removed throughout Mop. Remix is just a fun time. Don't take it too serious. Alright, sorry, man. I won't. It seems like Kata Classic was pretty popular, but I couldn't imagine myself raiding Dragon Soul. Was it popular? I don't even know. But yeah, I'm shocked. I'm very shocked. I mean, like, the idea of Classic in general seems totally antithetical to having Cataclysm there. Like, the reason Classic, World of Warcraft Classic, not Vanilla WoW, World of Warcraft Classic exists in the first place is because Kata removed so much of the game that people tried to open legal cases against Blizzard to demand the return of the content that we paid for that we don't have access to anymore. That was how this all started. That was how the early private servers got away with being, you know, basically a pirated version of WoW. It's quite interesting. What party frames do you actually look at? The ones on the left are for you guys. The ones on the right are blocked by the webcam, but they're the ones I actually use. I'm gonna take it serious. Map Remix had me logging in over 60 days in a row. Nice. Well, that's, yeah, good. I'm glad to hear that you enjoyed it. I certainly liked it too. I want to level a classic character to 60 for Burning Crusade that they're doing it.
4,
Is it a remix? No, it's just, they're just continuing the anniversary servers. Basically, they did the anniversary servers as like a relaunch of 2019 Classic, so it's going to go to Wrath. eventually.
Beware. Beware. Beware.
Oh, holy priest! Wow. I definitely want to try it out. While leveling to classic and leveling in classic. Leveling in classic is insanely fun. There's a lot of different ways to enjoy it as well. But unfortunately, you're going to run into some dopes. I would try to avoid as much socialization as possible if you're asking me for tips. I'm here for my weekly dose of another tank getting pain. Getting pain, what is that? Mythic Plus and Legion Remix would be a good time to test a lot of unique ways to spice up the system. Oh yeah? Don't know that you'd be able to, I mean like unless you mean like new affixes or something like that. I don't know how you would handle it, any new like spice up type things, because classes are going to be like wildly imbalanced, so it's going to be really hard to test like the validity of these things. Is there any good WoW community? No. What do you mean? Like, what is that? You talking about the actual in-game community system? If so, I don't really use it. Another one of those things I think that Blizzard wasted their time even trying to add. Priest damage is kind of nuts. Holy's really good damage dealer, if that's what you mean. They're way better than Disc. But they obviously have to, like, consciously use globals to do it.
Beware.
I enjoyed hardcore WoW, but hated how the hours just flew by and I barely did anything. Yeah, that's classic, unfortunately. You gotta like the world. The world has to be the main character for you to enjoy classic. If you're constantly staring at the experience bar and you're constantly like dreading what comes next, then you'll never enjoy it. Do you think there'll ever be a rework the report model to avoid griefers? Griefers? I mean, those actual griefing is already something that is reportable. If you mean Mythic Plus levers, then no. Blizzard doesn't like look at Mythic Plus levers and pugs in general as like a viable way to play the game.
Beware.
I do hope they will create a system that encourages people to stay one way or the other
Beware.
more than the current system. AoE Holy Fire with 3 hit talent goes hard. Oh yeah. I believe if they allowed queues from Mythic Plus after a failed timer, it would be nice. Queues? What would that be? I think they'll eventually do like a solo queue system, but MMORPG and I socialize with nobody and only pug and look for crafters and recrafters. Yeah, unfortunately the games community is so bad that it's basically not an MMORPG anymore. Kind of just like a regular RPG, like with some other people attached to it. More like an action game, I guess, now. to allow people to come in for completion. Oh yeah, they won't ever do that. The system just doesn't allow for it. Like they would have to redesign how the Mythic Plus dungeon system worked. I socialize with my guild a bit, but drives me nuts how they always want you to log into Discord and voice chat every time I'm online. Oh really? Yeah, that's how I always, when I was the GM and everything, I always try to encourage that. But yeah, if you're trying to force people to do it, then they're just going to resent doing it, and it's not productive either. I dropped everybody and enjoyed the game a lot more. Yeah, it's easier to enjoy the game if you're not constantly weighed down by the socialization. I definitely wouldn't say I enjoy the game more since those days, but I definitely enjoy the game in different ways. And it feels a little bit more freeing to know I don't have any like actual social obligations as well. This is as much of an MMO as League is. Final Fantasy XIV is definitely more of an MMO with the social element and how social events are always considered a big deal here. Oh yeah. I think it's just the game. Like I think it's just the world we live in nowadays doesn't really, like people don't like play these games to experience that level of socialization anymore. Sadly. Hey Denoise, welcome. I haven't been in a guild since 2008. Oh really? I tried being in a guild in Classic WoW in 2019 for multi-core rating, and it reminded me how much I hate being in a guild. Yeah, I could imagine that got really old really quick there. Sometimes even with a good key group that you vibe with, go for a second one is difficult. Oh yeah. Yeah, a lot of times people just change after one success. After Shadowlands, when my last guild disbanded, I stopped joining guilds. Doesn't feel like you... Well, obviously this, man. Doesn't feel like you get the same from a guild socially as you did 10 years ago. Definitely not, yeah. Discord has pretty much killed the social element in the game. Yeah, that's what I've been saying for years now. Like, people think that WoW isn't very social anymore, but it's still extremely social. It's just above the game now. The socialization is happening in streams and like, you know, even like, you know, class discords, like whatever. Like, there's a lot of places that socialization is occurring. It's just not happening in trade chat anymore, you know what I mean? It's just too tiring to build that social bond with new guilds. Yeah, there's just not a lot of people committed to doing it anymore, so I agree that it's tiring. Trade chat is just 4chan light at this point. Oh yeah. I don't know why these people insist on going to the same ones I'm going to every time I do this fight. LFG and LFR killed WoW in-game social side. I found it was during ICC that people started to not care. that's a stretch. That's definitely not the case. But yeah, there was a long list of things that made the game different for sure. The days of old guild chat was the primary way to talk with your guildmates. Right, the thing that's changed at one point in WoW, like, you would be in a world with millions of people, right? But you had no real direct way to communicate with them unless you all agreed to meet somewhere, you know? And that was a guild. Like, you agreed to meet in the guild chat kind of thing. It's like, you're not going to run into each other in the world very frequently. And you're not going to run into each other in actual dungeons unless you coordinate it. And outside of zone chats, like, there's no way to communicate, you know, with a large group of people. So guilds honestly were like almost like a little bit of a refuge. Like, the world takes its toll. Like, it separates you, it stresses you out, it bends your, you know, you have to be malleable to survive it and to succeed in it. And then guild chat was like, all right, what's up guys, I'm here, you know what I mean? Like, it was just a home almost. Like, you're just able to just chill. And it was like almost like playing the game outside the game. And so a lot of people got kind of addicted to that game. Like, they got more interested in the guilds than the actual game because there was so little to do in the beginning of the game, you know? But now there's so much to do that there's almost no time for that. Like, you can still do all that, but it's like, I don't give a fuck. I don't care to. Because I have such task orientation about my day that it's like, yeah, okay, hey, what's up, man? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, there's not that, like, exhaustive stress about, okay, I gotta go love my character more, I gotta go get not ganked, I gotta go do all this stuff, like, whatever else. Now it's just like, alright, Mythic Plus, come on, let's go. You don't sit there and wait for somebody to reply to you in guild chat anymore, you know what I mean? Like, it's totally different. So now you have Discord and streams that you would hop in when you're desiring that, and other than that, you just log in and play the fucking game. Anytime I've joined a guild in the last few years as a healer, I just log on and get berated to do stuff. Funny. I handle social interactions in guilds and games like I do coworkers at work. What is that like then? My guild demand I join social events and I'm just here for the raid. Yeah, but do you understand why they're trying to? Because they're like desperately trying to hang on to the original purpose of the guild. That's what we were just describing. Like, honestly, I think, like, if you're in a raiding guild and all you care about is raiding, you should just pug. I feel like if the guild is actually trying to be a social entity and you're, like, refusing to partake in that, that should be more on you than on them. That was, like, really the reason I stopped doing the guild thing and being a guild master and everything, was because it just got to the point where it didn't feel like anybody actually cared about each other at all. So I was sick of trying to force that. It's not even, yeah, I wouldn't even say it's introversion. I think it's also, like I was saying, it's about, like, task orientation. Like, in Classic, you would log on and there would be no tasks that you would feel like you had to do, you know? So you just log on and be like, all right, let's see who's around today. But now it's like, okay, I'm logging on to play this. Like, I'm not logging on to talk to fucking random guys, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have time for that shit. I'm here to fucking go get score or do maybe farm gold or get transmog or an achievement or something. Like, you're not just like, yeah, let's see what's going on in WoW today anymore. Like, it doesn't, you know what I mean? The game's changed in such a way that you're almost overloaded with reasons to play the game that you don't really just ever log on anymore. I don't ever do that. I used to do that all the fucking time. Like, well, all right, I'm gonna relax. What should I do? I'll just log on WoW. Just sit there and not even do anything. I don't ever do that anymore. Ever. Never do I ever do that anymore. Do I just sit there and do nothing? If I log on, I'm always goal-oriented. It's like, all right, yeah, let's go get some score. Let's go get transmog. I want to get this achievement. I want to go do this. Like, I don't ever do anything other than that now. I think it's cool that some guilds are trying to build their community, but doing a movie night, I guess. In Discord after work is just too much. Would rather watch a movie with my wife or something. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that just don't really, like, care to socialize like that either. They're just not really, like, they already have enough of that in their life, you know? Exactly. In Classic, you log on and you'd be like, yo, I need some righteous orbs. Anybody want to join me for strat runs? Right, it's like a very different thing. Yeah, I think things have changed the way like the game is played nowadays, where people don't really interact like that anymore, and that's trickling down into the reason that guilds don't like function like that as well. That's what I like about my guild. Been with them since BFA, and it's a good number of awesome people, and we always hang out. Anything from keys to watching movies in Discord. Heard horror stories about some guilds, so I'm happy I found mine. If you're looking for that and you found it, you're very, very, very lucky, because we literally just talked about this, right? Like, there's guilds out there still trying to be that, and they continually find membership that doesn't care. Like, they don't want to be in that, you know what I mean? And it's really disappointing, because being that is a lot of fucking work. Like, it's way more work than raiding, you know what I mean? So if the person is there trying to actually do that, and you're like, I don't care, stop doing that, then that's like gotta be the biggest gut punch, man, I'll tell you. If I join a guild pug, and they don't link Discord, I dip out. I like socializing aspect more than gearing. A guild pug? Well, they might not want to socialize with you, right? That's, you can just join the guild, I guess, if you want to be in the guild. Typically, if we were doing something as a unit and we were inviting a few others, it would just be the guild that would socialize. Any advice for someone learning to tank keys? I don't know. I'm usually like so bad at just like ultra general questions like that. If you have any specific questions, I will definitely answer them, but I don't really have any advice. I guess the only thing I will always say is make sure you don't sit on your cooldowns. As the tank, like a lot of people just wait for something and that never comes, and it's gonna make you a lot harder to play alongside. How do you learn routes? For me, it's just like all experience. Like I've done, you know, I spent a lot of time on the PTR. I have a lot of like, you know, 20 years of dungeon knowledge, so like I can compare like, okay, this dungeon seems similar to that dungeon, so what do we do for that dungeon, kind of thing, you know what I mean? Like there's not really any way that I learn it. It's just go practice it until you figure it out and iterate as the season unfolds.
Beware.
I've also never been in this, not a single time have I ever been in a position where I don't have the route in my head halfway through the season already. So like I think a lot of people asking that question are like, it's 15 weeks into the season, how do I learn a route? I have no idea. I've never done that. Not a single time have I ever done that. At that point, I guess you're forced to rely on somebody else's knowledge, but I've never done it like that. I've always just tried to figure it out on my own. Get numb to other people's bullshit. Right, yeah, if you're pugging as a tank, you're going to have a lot of potential abuse hurled your way eventually. I like to go DPS before and see what other tanks do. Yeah, that's an option. Why did they bring back Twilight Dev to make it hit like a wet noodle? Oh, they all are wet noodle-ish. I'm not sure why they brought them back at all. I guess it's just like a little nostalgia. After you learn to live, it's more about ironing out the best route. Yep. The pugs will, one the pugs will do is tell you if you're wrong. Oh yeah. The higher up you go in keys, the less toxic it gets. I'd like to believe that, but we've seen the opposite too. I think if you're like super like ultra conformy type player and you're just gonna do whatever, like, yeah, I don't know. I like to not be like that, so I think the higher up we go, the worse it gets. In the lower keys, like the keys we're, you know, doing 16 right now, there's like not a lot of expectations. So if you do like a 20 and I don't do what these people want me to do, then they get really uppity, you know what I mean? They might be nicer, but they're like less, they're like less willing to listen to alternative like positions on dungeon topics. Whereas in these like middle keys, like nobody even comments. Just switch over to combat text and ignore people. I see why you say. A lot of people say that. It's not bad advice or anything. It's just you're actually gonna learn less by doing that. Like, the best way to improve as a player is to hear the feedback, and you have to figure out when the people are wrong and right. And you might think I say that because figuring that out will help you mentally, but it won't just help you mentally. It'll also help you like in terms of knowledge. If somebody says something to you like you need to do a double backflip before you aggro that pack, and you could identify why that person is incorrect, you will have learned something. You understand? Whereas if you never heard them say that, you won't have that like reinforcement on what you think is correct and right. And you know, you won't have that, okay, it's like a challenge, right? It's like a test. Like, okay, true or false? You need to do a double backflip before you pull this pack. False. You know what I mean? Correct. It is false. Congratulations. You know what I mean? That's like really healthy too. So ignoring these people might be good for your mental health, but in reality, you'll learn a lot more if you don't ignore them and just learn from their wrongness. Like, you'll learn a lot more from what they're wrong about as well. Criticism can be constructive, and knowing when it's constructive or not is such a valuable skill. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. But it's not just a valuable skill because it helps you mentally. It's a valuable skill because it basically is like a test. Like, somebody might say something that's just fucking stupid as shit. And if you can't identify that as stupid as shit, then you're not as smart about it as you think you are, you know what I mean? Like, you're not as confident in what you're doing as you thought you were. And so you'll learn from that. Learning what not to do is still learning, exactly. For instance, today a guy walked one step over the RP, the rogue owner of the key left screaming and raging over the guy. That would have been a good one to record. I got kicked from a 17 Motherlode for being a Blood Elf Demon Hunter instead of a Night Elf for the Peacemaker and double War Machine skip. Oh yeah, you see that's pretty much what I'm talking about. Like, people are less willing to just play the video game and see how it goes. So I would say that is more, like, if, I don't know, the word toxicity gets like bandied about like way too willingly. But if we're gonna call toxicity that, then I would say higher keys are way, like, that just doesn't happen in a 16 ever. Like, nobody's gonna do that in a 16. But they might do it in a 19 or whatever, you know? So to me, if we're calling that toxicity, then the higher keys are way more toxic.
Beware. Beware.
Does the Death and Decay hitbox hit the boss as long as it has an overlap with the boss's red circle? I think that's how it would work, yeah. Usually the red circle is the reticle of the targeting, but I don't think that's always true. So I'm not exactly sure if that's like a universal law or not. I think like a lot of times, no, yeah, like, okay, so you see like I'm actually outside the red circle and I'm still able to hit him, man, so if I drop DMD right here, it would still be hitting him. Most dungeons in this patch are linear, so you don't need to worry much about percent. That is, yeah, no, that's definitely not true. This season is the most route-heavy dungeons have been in years. Like, I don't know when the last time. Shadowlands, I guess. It's been a long time since they've been this route-heavy. Why are racials still a thing? You mean in game, or? Yeah, I don't know. I think they could do like a bucket. Me and Cop have been talking about this for a long time. I think they should do like a bucket. Like, you can choose a power, and they have to do like a visual for that power, and that's separate per class or race or whatever. But I think everybody should have access to Night, like Shadow Meld's power. You just make one for every race. Like, I don't know how you do it, but the reason that there's still a thing is because at the end of the day, it is still an RPG that people, like, I mean, unfortunately, people refuse to acknowledge that at times. But yeah, also balance matters too. Should I forfeit on my pride and change to Night Elf? I don't know. Why do you play Blood Elf? Like, it's like, personally, I love Night Elf anyway, so I would play it. But if you love Blood Elf, like, and you don't want to be Night Elf, then yeah, you stick with Blood Elf. Like, I'm not doing any of those skips, so I don't, like, you know what I mean? You can still succeed at this level and not have those things in play. But if it's causing, like, every group to question you, then yeah, I don't know what to do. Shadowlands Season 2 affix with the anima powers were pretty fun. Yeah, I love the affixes in Shadowlands. They were really cool. Considering the title range is all about... I really want to get title of the season, so I just bought a faction change so I can do the skips. Oh yeah. Well, good luck. It's gonna be a really tight season to get title, it looks like. I never actually got the answer. I asked before what the highest key in the game is right now, and people said 23, but they're talking about MDI, right? But either way, I think it's very close to the top end for the first time. I think it's been like that. 21's the answer? Yeah, okay. So yeah, you're gonna have to do 19s, it looks like, at least, to be comfortable, like all 19s. If all races were equal, would you still be Night Elf? Yes. I'm Night Elf for that reason. I don't ever use the racial. The racial, like, doesn't work for me. I don't know what other tanks are doing, but straight up, I try to use the racial constantly and it doesn't function, so I've just given up. Resilient 20 and some 21s is top. Title is already above 18. Yeah, as I said, it's going to be all 19s, I think, by the end. I only pick the race based on its animation. I don't care what else it offers. Are you pushing for title in Season 3? No. It's hard to make meld work on those elites if you're too slow. I guess that's the thing, yeah. Like, I don't have the gap. Like, I don't have the ability to run away from them. But Resilient Keys, I wouldn't be surprised if the title would be all 20s. It's very possible. And this is a problem that I'm aware of from the past. I assume it still exists today, but a lot of people try to sell the title, and they will camp that last, like, 2 hours of title being available to try to do that. So you might think, like, you might go to bed and be like, all right, I got it. And then you'll wake up in the morning and you don't have it, and you'll miss it by like 50 points or something. Because like hundreds of people are selling the title right at the last second. Dawn Form has saved me so many times. Oh, really? Yeah, I've never used it. I guess I'm thankful that I never used it, because I might end up feeling like I can't go away from it, honestly. But I've been pretty good with just Night Elf. No one else can be on the threat meter to work. Is out. Well, yeah, no, obviously, but I just can't get the mob to stop attacking me. Like, I do this all the time. Oh, that went away on its own. Shit. Do we even pay attention to titles? A lot of people do, yeah. It's not about the title, though. They just want the achievement, basically. Holy Priest did pretty good. Yeah, I'm glad we saw Holy Priest in this dungeon. You can also meld the tank cluster in this boss. Oh, really? What happens? Let's try it. You gonna do it? No, just sitting here. Oh yeah, look at that. Wow. That's cool. He just stops trying to do it. Wow, that's pretty nuts. Yeah, we don't need to do it, but that's a cool little tip. The Holy Priest is very good, because when I heal as holy, it's the dude sweating, slamming the keyboard gif. Yeah, what was that from? I've seen that a lot. That's out, is that from WoW? It's not actually from WoW, is it? No, it's not a WoW influencer, is it? WoW was originally designed to be take the player above the class. You play with friends and community. As it's become more impersonal, everyone obsesses over min-maxing. Well, I think the reason it was that way, though, simply was because the game was not tuned to be hard. Now the game is tuned to be hard because people Honestly, it's kind of funny how the difficulty of the game has developed as well, because I don't think it's an intentional thing. People like basically lied about the difficulty of WoW, and Blizzard was like, "Oh shit, this game's supposed to be hard." Like, you know what I mean? Like, I honestly think that was the case. Like, Blizzard did not intend the game to be as hard as it was originally, and people lied to everybody about it. Like, you see how that developed in Classic. And so then Blizzard was like, "Oh shit, well, we need to make the game harder." So people keep saying that. And so that's how we got, you know, what we got at the end of the day. I feel like that's the case. Content has become more meta-focused. Yeah, but it all stems from the difficulty of the game, right? Like, very, very, very few people do very easy content and still try to min-max it. There's some people, but that's mostly a Classic thing. Ben learning all things you can feign death on Hunter. It's very useful. Oh, I can imagine, yeah. I think it's a guy doing a Mario speedrun. Oh, really? Because that guy was like genuinely sweating his ass off. I always wonder where that was from. Seems hard to believe somebody would be playing a game like that. People that try to min-max in 10s are the worst. There's people out there who think they're min-max. Like, they're, I've always called them pseudo-elitists. Because they, like, think they're better than they are, but they're really just, like, dopes. Like, they have no idea what they're even doing. I saw someone suggest that they pull all the racials into the system that works like PvP talents. Yeah, that's what I was just saying, yeah. Like a bucket. That's the way I was describing it. Like, you'd have your active racials. So, Stoneform, you know, whatever other, you know, every active racial could be in a bucket, and you get to choose one or maybe two. And then all the passive racials. Then there's like the flavor racials. I don't know. I think racials matter in the game. I just think that the imbalance between them is a problem. Like, you know, even Wisp form alone. You know what I mean? Like, that's cool. Like, that's a Night Elf only thing to move faster when you're dead. Gotta bring only MDI comps and routes to my 6. Everyone would take dwarf ones. Yeah, and that would be fine. As long as they're still, like, the right flavor. I finally got my Resilient 16. Nice. So you're one dungeon ahead of me. Then we can't get the right key, but maybe we'll have it now. Let's see. We just did Floodgate 6 or 15. Upgrade. Holy Priest. First Holy Priest in a while. We got Outlawed Rogue. Fire Mage did alright. Not as big of a deal as I thought it was going to be. Beat a Bombkin. Floodgate 16 was my last one. Oh yeah, that was actually my first one, which is really weird. They need to nerf Night Fae racials. Or Night Fae. Wait, what is NF? Night Elf, I guess? You just typo. Okay, it's Cinderbrew. Alright. Well, let's look again for Priory. Nope. Is Classic not also kind of min-maxy, having to go around and collect 20 different will buffs? Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, that's... I'm talking about min-maxing easy content. That pretty much only happens in Classic. The min-maxy behavior in Live WoW is always going to be related to actual difficult content. Classic is also more... Wait, who the fuck is this Hunter? I didn't even mean to invite that guy. Huh, oh well. He's fine. Anyway, Classic is almost more min-maxy than retail. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's exactly what I mean. Like, it's pretty much the same. I don't know if I would say more, but it's like pretty much the same. And the content's like 100 times easier, right? So... Player power from races makes no sense. Oh, what? Are you serious? So you'd think like an orc should have the exact same strength as like a night elf, like totally different builds. Like they've been through different things of the history. I think racials make total sense. Obviously, I mean, I don't know how you could even debate that. In an RPG, racials make great sense, and I love them. Honestly, I think they should exist still, and they should be even more defined. But unfortunately, you know, there's just too much imbalance. I think that there shouldn't be ratios like Night Elf and Dwarf that make everyone want to be that. Yeah, and that's what I mean, the imbalance. I think that they can just get... So, like, how would you fix it? Would you just get rid of them altogether? Because, like, I don't think that helps the game. I think that makes the game worse. They need to replace the new human racial. Why? Pandaran racials rule, big food, and extra interrupts. They're pretty cool. The power ratios like Shadow Meld, Stone Form, and the Gnome Escape are so hard to deal with. They mess with encounter design too much when you see a whole guild swap for Mythic Raid bosses. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, but those are also like, you would hope that the game has that too because of its RPG elements, you know? Like, I don't know how you fix that. Don't offer race changes or something. Like, I don't know how else to fix it. The rep buff was the best racial. Now it's 2 charges to Hearthstone. Yeah, but the ref buff doesn't work anymore, right? Because of warbands. The rep buff would just become basically a count-wide racial, which can't work anymore. Should be like Covenant system where you could switch on cooldown. You think you should be able to switch races for free on cooldown? No cooldown? Or on a cooldown, I guess, but yeah. I don't think you should be able to do that. I don't think you should be able to switch at all, to be honest. If it was up to me, I would make it so you can't switch at all. But then you'd have people re-leveling characters. Disable them and raids them Mythic Plus? Then where do you use them? What's the point of the racial at that point? It's just like RP at that point. I love racial flavor, just hard to design around when mechanics just get trivialized by them. Yeah, I think they just fucking designed ones that are too overpowered 20 years ago and now we're fucked. Look at this little guy. What the hell? How is he a gnome? Oh, okay. That's like one of my big features for dragons that I really hope they'll get eventually. That they'll get a ability to change their visage form. Now, Shadow Meld is one that needs changing, but it's not anywhere near as applicable as Stone Skin, honestly. Shadow Meld is overpowered where it's used, but 90% of the time it's not used. Stone Skin is always good. Maybe Shadow Meld should have a long CD. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think it's fine as it is. I think people just put too much emphasis on it, but I recognize that the imbalance is not good for anybody. I say make ratios even more imbalanced, like Orc has 5% race. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, that's how I would solve it. If I was developing games, like all the games and mods and stuff I've made, this is how you always solve it. Make everything overpowered. And then you give people an option, and they're excited about that option. Instead of like, well, this thing is like 1% better, so I guess I need to do it, you know? It feels more like a choice than if you have something that's actually overpowered for everybody. So if Shadow Meld and Iron, or whatever, Stone Skin are overpowered, then you make new racials for orcs and shit that are also overpowered. That you encourage people to use those as well. Yeah, like, yeah, racials used to be a lot more overpowered back in the classic, I agree. No, it's just, yeah, lag, and it's not even lag, it's just FPS drop because of all the numbers. Usually like a plater thing, I think, or maybe details or something, I don't know. Every time you run Cinderbrew, you actually have to have a beer IRL. Volpura racial that is stagger-like seems interesting, but very underwhelming. Oh, really? That one seems quite good, actually, to me.
Beware.
A lot of Guardians and MDI play Coltiran. Oh, yeah.
Beware.
One race I don't see anymore is Draenei. Yeah, that one's got a bad racial and bad animations. Kiss of death. Nobody wants to play it.
Beware.
The dungeon went from being the one I hated the most when I was leveling in Season 1 to my favorite Mythic Plus dungeon in Season 2. Oh, really? I wouldn't say it's like that for me, but I do like it a lot now that they nerfed some of the stuff. Feels a lot more approachable. Can't wear boots equals unplayable. They need to add malnourished Kulturans. I know, I would like that actually. This is taking a really long time to kill Chewy, huh? They should bring ogres as a playable race. Okay, what do you do about female ogres? This is a time asked, like a time tested question. Draenei can be sexy red demons. I do love that. I still haven't, I wanted to do a Draenei thing. I never did it. Wanted to get the Draenei heritage armor too. You know, I just said it, but more I think about it, they really should just remove true sight mobs. Let people skip whatever they want. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's like a weird, like, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, if you are trying to control what people do skip and don't skip, then just make every mob required, right? I'm not really sure if that's even on the table, but to me, it's the easiest solution to like, fixing all these issues. If every single mob in the dungeon needs to die, then you don't have to worry about any of this bullshit. Or just make it so every mob is skippable and then open it up to be like the Wild West of what people pull. I think Blizzard likes to skip meta. They don't seem to indicate it with their mechanics, right? Because whenever there's like an interesting skip, it always gets patched or something changes that makes it impossible. Like where people were like climbing the walls in this dungeon, you remember? Like that's one of the most interesting skips that could exist, right? But Blizzard stopped people from doing that. I'd rather nothing be skippable. Yeah, that's how I would, yeah. I would rather 100% of the count being required. Or the mobs or whatever. Just like the dungeon bosses, you can't skip a boss, you know? That would move creativity from routes. Yeah, I mean, I would prefer that, definitely. But it wouldn't, though, because it would still be... It actually would probably do the opposite. Because then it would matter a lot more. Like, the idea of, like, pulling with CDs and all that bullshit, like, that would matter a lot more. And it would also put a lot more pressure on the group to be able to double and triple pull. Because every mob, you know, like right now we're not fighting that pack, right? But it's like, okay, we need to figure a way to add that pack now. So where do we fight it, you know? Like you have to think a lot more about what you pull where and when. I wonder if they build dungeons with skips in mind. I don't think so. Blizzard likes to see what players are going to do to optimize time in Mythic Plus. Yeah, I think you're right. I think they have a few things in mind that they expect to happen, and those things stay. And then things that don't expect to happen that come out, they remove them. And I think a lot of the times they might remove them simply because it's an affront to their game design, and they maybe feel marginalized by that. Like, okay, hold the fuck on. You guys, we don't want you doing this shit, man. Don't be doing it. It's not always because it's like an exploit or something that could cause problems for the game. It's just like, nope, this isn't right. You're not allowed to do that. Which is probably frustrating from the player's perspective when they don't realize it's even happening. But still, there's a precedent. At least you understand that Blizzard's gonna do stuff like that. What was the BFA fix that made you go into some other world? Yeah, that was the Season 4 fix. Demon Hunter Meld skip needs to go for sure. Oh yeah. Did you get 16 Resilient? Nope. We can't find Priory right now. We almost upgraded to 17 Priory last week, 2 weeks. Skips should have to be using class or race abilities, not parkour jumping puzzles. Why not? See, that's what I mean. Like, if you're gonna let people skip shit, you should be like super creative about it. It should encourage like full creativity. Anything less is like a stopgap measure. Like, if you as the development team think like some skips are okay, but not all, then you just should stop. Like, you know what I mean? That's pointless. If you're not going to encourage that level of creativity, then just change the system to accommodate a different thinking style.
Beware.
Just make more dungeons like Friel where you can pull the packs you want. Yeah, that's pretty much what we were saying, yeah. At this rate, they also need to take a look at the CC from tanks, so yeah. Bring back the encrypted affix. Yeah, I kind of like that idea. Like, if you're going to go full on, we encourage skips and we want you to do a lot of skips, then you do the encrypted affix is like something that you might have access to in your bank or something, or in your bags or whatever, you know? Like a scroll of encryption or something that just opens the portal whenever you want it. That'd be cool. Did you see over the weekend the next patch was encrypted to the PTR? Oh, like point 2, you mean? Season 3? Skips are not Demon Hunter only. Meld works on any tank so you would need to remove Shadow Meld. Oh yeah. Whoa, Drifter, Speed, and Invis was goated for skips. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Are you here to help? My zeal to get back in business led to faulty reasoning.
Your pal here signed some papers he didn't read. And now Goldie Baron-Bottom is
Jesus.
CEO of this joint.
Beware.
Help me. Please get my meadery back, Outlander.
Need to get rid of my black party bubbles. Oh yeah, the transparent looks really good. I like it too. I gotta get ran over. To be honest, I think most frustration with routing can be resolved with Blizzard restricted invis detection only to mini bosses. That's how this started. Faxi was saying that if they're gonna allow any skips at all, they should just allow all skips. Like, you should be able to skip whatever you want easily. And I agree with that. Statement.
Beware. Beware.
Another battle words used. Guess we needed it. I might die here regardless, looks like, for some reason.
Beware.
No. Weren't rogues needed for skips a couple seasons? Yeah, they've always been like a perennial skip needer. Okay. No, then he just goes offline. Sweet.
Beware.
Cowards, man. Fucking cowards everywhere in this game. Like this Hobgoblin, you can skip it with Guardian 2. I like to kill them and skip on B-side. Nice. Trying to get that meters up and not watching mech. What's that? That's why the guy got ran over.
You had lasted a little longer.
These guys are tunnel visioning. Oh yeah. It's better that they use invis detection as a soft way of force fighting things instead of RP locks behind killing specific things. I don't know what that means, but hey, Rifle, what's up, buddy? Welcome. They tried that with BFA. If they go back to that, rogues will probably be required. Yeah, like I said, I think they can fix the rogue problem, though. Healer's offline, yep. We'll give him a few minutes to come back. Done with that one for today. Well, maybe not, but done with that exact key. Probably doing Cinder Brew again, though. We'll see if we can find a Priory. Still looking for that. Do you ever alt F4 shame leave? No. Fake DCing is just as bad as actually leaving the group. Oh, it's way worse, yeah. Way worse. Okay, this one, Assassination Rogue this time. Marks and Unholy. It's been a tough week trying to get the last 3 17s. Oh, yeah. I'm in a dilemma. Hey, Tagor. I need weekly keys, but low keys are too boring, and high keys almost always end up in disbands and wasting time. Oh, really? Yeah, I guess do your own key, because our stats are actually really good. Like, we're way lower than we have been in the past. We're deep into the season, too, so... yeah, definitely, I guess just do your own key. Blood is good for Priory, so you can get invited. Just keep trying. Yeah, I mean, there just wasn't one listed was the problem when we last looked. Let's see if there is one now. Nope. Did I spell it wrong? Priory 17, no. Yeah, there's just not one listed, so. We'll keep doing what we got. Keep an eye out for it if it does get listed. Lots of hunters. Guess Red Arrow stats don't lie. Yeah, they're the best damage dealers right now, if you ask me. Good player will perform well. We're gonna test that. That guy's gonna get tested. Oh, Faxy's also gonna get tested. Gonna pit them against each other. Double hunt. Not gonna have any beasts uncovered, but Priory 16 would also work. Yep, that's what we're looking for. What class should I pick for highest chance to finish my key? I don't know. What I've been doing is anybody who's 3200 and 375 item level, and then we just pick the best people out of those. If you're not those numbers right now, then you just didn't really try. IMO. What else can we get? How about fucking Shadow Priest? We haven't seen Shadow Priest in a long time. Shadow Priest. Is Rosilla leaving get reported to Blizzard? The way Blizzard handles like that thing is they don't, like, reports have nothing to do with it. They look at an internal metric that they have. So it doesn't matter about reporting or anything like that. That's the new meta. Instead of leaving a key, you just go offline. I have not seen it. Oh yeah, speaking of, I need to put that on the sheet. I forgot to do that. Because we got to talking about doing your own key there. I have not seen many people going offline, to be honest. I think it would have been easier if you just pulled those 2 big ads only. Oh yeah, it definitely would be, yeah. But easy and time often don't go well together. What do you think about making 16 keys resilient if you complete all 15s? That would be my preference, obviously, but we've been talking a lot about that. You know, unfortunately, Blizzard's given us kind of like a step 1 of this process, so we'll wait to see if they think it should take step 2 as well, or if they're fine with step 1 being the only step. Back in vanilla, I remember many a dungeon run where people just alt F4. Yeah, I mean, I remember doing it myself. Next step is no depleting at all. I doubt that's definitely not the next step, but yeah, I definitely don't think we get to that step ever. Not without radically changing the way the key system works. But yeah, I definitely think step 2 is what we just described.
Yeah. Go get him,
Make sure you give feedback on it. Oh, the other hunter left. He doesn't want to be compared to Faxi. Seems kind of unfinished. On the right track, though. I wouldn't say unfinished. Like I said, this is like, I'm trying to word it in the way that you should think of it, and I'm maybe not doing a good job. Like, Blizzard didn't want to give us this system, right? We kind of kept asking them for it, and they're like, all right, we'll concede a little bit of ground here. We'll give you a little bit of a system that you want, but not the full thing. You see what I'm saying? Like, they're giving us a concession here. So demanding more, I mean, yeah, you can try to do it, but don't expect them to just give it immediately. Like, they have to want to give it. They have to see something that makes them want to give it. So keep giving that feedback if you feel like it's helpful, but they definitely did it on purpose. What is considered a good key level to be at this season? It doesn't really work that way. Just based on your own like, look at the Keystone system as a personal progression thing. Way too many people try to compare each other to them, like to other people and stuff. Like, don't worry about what I'm doing. You're not able to play with me anyway, so don't even bother. You know what I mean? Like, just figure out what you're doing and try to do it the best you can, and keep trying to do it better every time you log on. That's how you gotta do.
And procure them?
I just have the energy to run my own resilient key, hoping I get the higher one that I need. I just don't have it. Oh yeah, yeah. I like doing it. I think it's way more fun than it was in the past. That's what I mean. Like, you gotta be resistant to this. Like, this is like very entitled thinking to say that. This system is way fucking better than it was before. So could it be even better? Yes, but it doesn't need to be. It's a very, very big improvement from what we had, and that was a very fair step from Blizzard to offer us that, because a lot of people had been asking for it. Blizzard really wants monthly active users. I don't think that's related to why they have the system the way it is. I think they have the system the way it is because if you had like even the slightest imbalance in keys and keys never depleted, it would really change the way the game was played. I like the vault changes the most from BFA, having a random chest to pick the items. Right, like there's so many concessions over the years. It's actually kind of crazy. And so you keep like asking for more and more and more. And then the game just loses value at that point. I agree, but I guess what I was trying to ask is what is considered top 50% of players? Top 50? It's hard to say because there's a lot of people who don't actually try to progress. Like, a lot of people just do 10s for weekly key credit for their vault and stuff, you know what I mean? So I don't know. It just doesn't work that way. Just try to do your best and figure out where you're at.
5, 4.
Looks like they already need to do another key level squish.
1.
I don't know that they did it for that reason. I'm not sure why they did it, to be honest, but I don't think it had anything to do with the actual number. I think there were just way too many joke mode key levels. And that is definitely not the case anymore, thankfully. What the hell happened there? I tried to target the nameplate and it wouldn't let me click it.
Show 'em what we got on tap, Beltran.
Honestly, don't see much difference between the recommended talents for the one I like. I do think following the best is always the correct choice.
Beware.
I always just do my own shit. I don't look at anybody else's talents.
Beware.
What's the point of doing weekly for gears if you don't need to do 10s already? A lot of people just want to keep their character up just in case they want to switch to it or maybe next season play it or something, you know? But yeah, one way or the other, that wasn't. I'm not critiquing the people who do that. I'm just saying that there's like many, 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 many people out there who don't actually try to progress on their characters. So you can't really be comparing the actual general population's percentages because it contains people who aren't actively trying to progress. How do you master Blood Death Knight so fast? I noticed you talk to us a lot and aren't looking at the game. I mean, I wouldn't say it's fast. I've been doing it since WOD challenge modes, but I just put a lot of reps into only this. The reading the chat thing is, I also set the game up in a way that like all the info on the screen I can see while I'm looking over at the chat. So that's basically like I'm not, I mean, a lot of people think I'm not looking at the screen, but in reality I'm still looking at the screen. I'm just looking at one part of the screen where all the info is. How many keys you run are unsuccessful. You can see all the stats on the spreadsheet if you want. That's why I have it. It's so cool. You can see the disband rate, you can see the completion rate, you can see everything. Yeah, the mud is really good in this dungeon, I agree. But yeah, I've been playing it since WOD challenge modes. It changed significantly in Legion and then again in BFA, but really since Shadowlands it's been the same thing. Outside of that one tier set. Like I don't play alts, you know what I mean? So I play like 20 to 25 hours a week on average for 8 years on this character, and it's just this character pretty much. I like the early season progression in 10 and then I quit. This season I went up to 3K, but that's it. I'm not torturing myself. Yeah, if you don't like it, no worries. But yeah, you see that, so that mentality, you're comparing yourself against somebody who like willingly stops at a certain level, you know, so that's, you can't really say what the average is at that point. Pugging's 15s and 16s is interesting right now. Oh really? I mean, I've been enjoying it honestly. Why, what makes you say that? What's your slash played? On this character, 137. But don't forget, this is my second Death Knight main. And then I had my Paladin mains as well. I hope they make more dungeons like Cinderbrew and Priory, well, like very high volume. I just stop at Keystone Hero, don't really see the need to progress further. Fair enough. Faxi going fucking rape mode, dude. Look at this number. What is happening? What the fuck? Is this still from the trash or something? What the hell? Whoa. Doubling the DPS on single target. That's crazy.
Where's my drink?
That's just the boss. What the fuck? Damn, I might have to report him. It's too hard to do in combat. I stopped at Keystone Legend a few weeks ago. CBA pushing with pugs. Alright. Could be that they got good lock and load procs. Well, yeah, I guess so. Just procs, you think that's the difference between the two DPS? He's beating the guy by 121 million damage on a boss. That's crazy.
Where's my drink?
Hunters have really good burst with True Shot right now, but also if they get lock and load during True Shot, it's insane. Yeah. Well, I guess Faxi's not actually skilled then, he's just lucky, so fuck him. Where's my drink? What do you mean? It's on the table, I guess. Mark screen can have really high variance. Oh, really? They can have high variance in their transmog, too. I've seen a lot of different transmogs. This boss isn't one you typically see people setting records on. Oh, no. 3K wasn't so bad. Just went methodically. All 10, then 11, then 12. Yeah, that's pretty much how you gotta do it no matter what though. I stopped at 3K at first for the first month or so and did not do any keys higher than 13, but now I'm finishing up 16. Sweet.
My zeal to get back in business led to faulty reasoning.
Your pal here signed some papers he didn't read. And now Goldie Bottom is BEO of this joint.
So wait for the pat here, I guess. Not really sure what happens.
Help me. Please get my meadery back, Outlander.
Hope they add some more rewards for going over 3K next season. Oh yeah. See, typically I would say I don't want them to add stuff like that, but I do think it actually worked out, so I guess I'll soften up on my stance on that. See how it plays out if they do add even more. I definitely like the incentive being just get better at the fucking game, you know. I don't like people doing like content for like mounts and shit that aren't related to like. There's a lot of people out there who collect mounts that are not competitive players, you know. But I think most people that I've known who have tried to get it just for the mount have risen to this occasion, which is pretty impressive. Like, I've talked to a lot of people this season who has, like, never cared about Mythic Plus progression at all. And now all of a sudden they're I mean, like, Siler's, like, probably the best example. One of the best players I've played with year after year, but he never cared about Mythic Plus at all, and certainly didn't pug it. And now he's, like, constantly, like, it's like he's, I guess he's, like, addicted maybe even, like, he loves it. Keys above 15 should get Mythic gear. Yeah, unfortunately that won't work given the way the game works nowadays, but I wish there was a way to make it work so you can actually turn hero track gear into Mythic gear. No stupid sanguine and bolstering affixes. You actually play dungeons, and Resilient Key made pugging way more enjoyable. Oh yeah. Well, I'm glad they like it. I definitely, the Resilient Key system has had like a dramatic impact on the way I play the game. That I agree with for sure. If Mythic Plus didn't get me gear for raid, I'd never do it outside of mount rewards. Oh really? Don't hold back, just got held back. Yeah, this guy fucking handcuffed us here. It's crazy. Should have just battle resed him, I guess. For me, it helps make pugging more enjoyable because I like if I did my own key only before, I'd end up with like a 6 eventually, you know. No, that's, yeah, I've done that pull a ton, that's fine. Nothing wrong there, people just suck. We've already upgraded this key. Just doing it because we have it. Especially on 15, there's no reason that that would be a problem. We did this on 15 before the turbo boost with that same pull.
Yeah, but there'll be more. More need, more money. That's good business.
Jennifer was my personal directive, my passion. She's ruining everything.
Did you pick any new strats from Mythic Invitational Metro? Yeah, I didn't watch a second of it, so I learned a lot from it. Resiliency is a good system, I agree. Before you would pug 16, then lower your 17 to like 12. Right, it was like awful. The voice for Wenbrant is one of the worst I've heard in a while. Oh, the human guy here who lost his brew or whatever. Well, he's just like annoying, right? I think it's a good acting job, but it's just kind of annoying. You think they will bring something like the turbo boost back for next season? Yeah, I think they'll do that for the rest of the time, honestly. Yeah, not that way, thank you. You running burst crit for gems and enchants? I got versatility and mastery as my main secondaries. Helps me avoid getting one shot more. That's the biggest issue I have with the specs, so that's why I picked it. Saw a graph of keys played, and when they implemented turbo boost that week, skyrocketed. Oh yeah, I'd imagine. I mean, there's a lot of people who just weren't subscribed at that point. Then all of a sudden they come back, you know? They forced all the raiders to do keys to raise their item level. Oh, that's true too, I suppose, yeah.
Beware.
Yep, Demon Hunter's dead again. Does the Demon Hunter have all the deaths? He's got 2. Shaman 1 and Faxi also got 1. IMO, it was kind of dumb to do. Prior to the boost, you had to try so hard to time keys. After boost, these keys are a joke. Yeah, but the system, like, I mean, why is that a bad thing? You just do higher keys now? It's a good thing to do because of that, actually. That's like, yeah, the opposite. Players who get sick of failing a certain difficulty level want to eventually succeed at it, and a lot of them don't want to work harder to do that, so that's, I mean, that's why they added the buff in the raid too, right? Because Blizzard's just like, alright, listen, if you keep trying, well, that's enough for us, you'll eventually get it. I've never been a big fan of that kind of thing, but I can't deny its psychology is good to keep people playing the game. I'm a hater. I hate when people don't run back. No shame in my game. I talk mad shit. Well, you're gonna like flame the guy and disband the key over it? Hey, you fucking idiot with wings. Why don't you run the fuck back? Clown face. What would you call, how would you insult him? Like, what would you say about him? It's an infinitely scaling system, so everyone just rose 1 key level. I think it's more about 2, really, but yeah, 1.5, I think. But yeah, I like that because it's good psychology, like I said. Oh, 15s are easier now? Sweet, you know? Like, it's just a good feeling, even if it's not really good for you long term. If not holding back is your name, I would expect you to walk back. Yeah, kind of, right? Wow, I don't know how that died. Little knock from Faxi there. That was too close for comfort, yep. But I'm not here to be comfortable. I learned at a young age that you have to choose between beauty and comfort. You're never going to have both, so. Sometimes you choose comfort, but sometimes you choose beauty. I'll never understand why shamans never use Earthbind Totem on this boss. Oh yeah, I think there's just a lot of slows. They probably don't feel like it's needed. Did you wear the cheat death trinket in Dragonflight with Purgatory? Yep. Yeah, we used double. Cheat death was really nice. Huge for Everbloom. That dungeon was eating us up. I was elated to see that my boy Gingy won the MDI, although too many discussions on Reddit saying that they cheated. Oh, really? Yeah, I don't know these people, so I don't really care, but I'm glad that you enjoyed it. The last boss of Everbloom was insane. Oh, really? Yeah, that was not the problem I had, but yeah. Those flowers were so difficult to survive. And fucking paladins would never give me freedom. I literally would like, it was like the balance druid tree thing from Shadowlands. Like, I'd pick a paladin just to, like, get the spell, and then you'd ask them to use it, and they still wouldn't fucking do it. It was crazy. Flowers, yeah, it was a dot that made you take more damage, but also slowed you. So you could actually freedom it off. And it's like broken as fuck because you can do it on cooldown, and I never have the debuff. And you'd be like, all right, can you freedom me when I have high stacks? And they would just give it to me on the pole. It's like, okay. But then I had to try to figure out, like, is this guy going to give it to me when I need it? Is he going to give it to me lazily? Is he not going to give it to me? It was like you had to really play around the fact that you were pugging in that key. Did AMS work on it? Yeah, AMS stopped it from like the stacks from acquiring, so oftentimes I would use AMS on the pole and then I'd get freedom on the pole. That's kind of what I was describing just then. Like open with AMS was the most effective use of AMS because you can use it a second time. But then these guys would freedom you at the same time, so it's like, okay, well, we got no value from that then. He needs to pump here, dude, but he's fucking destroying. I mean, like, they might name this place after him after this performance. The Faxi Beer Institute or whatever they're gonna call it. I don't even know, but they might have to change the name here. Cinder Brew Meadery is not gonna be the name after this run. The Faxi Brew. Yeah, that would be a good name for it. $7 million DPS. Unbelievable. We also have the Demon Hunter's doing well too, so we're doing a lot of hunting in this key and not a lot of praying, it looks like. He needs to stream, bro. He plays all day anyway. Might as well, right? I had a red palette give me bop, I think it is, or something else on a 16 Priory in the 4-pack pull, unless after the first boss. Oh yeah, so you can gather it without getting meleeed. That's cool. That's hard to pull off, but it's definitely worth it. Oh no. Fuck. Was that my pet? I think I had the pet out. Oh well.
letting them be free rein
That was a
to
huge
too much
mistake.
labor. And
I didn't realize I had it out. I don't even know if it was that or not.
Beware.
It's gonna be the key right there, it looks like.
Beware.
You don't think it's the pet? I don't know what pulled it then.
Beware. Beware. Beware.
Just die.
Beware.
Don't believe pets pull anymore? Really? Why not?
Only the strongest survive.
Yeah, we're gonna have to take a look at that because I don't know if that was me or not. Yeah, I mean, it would be weird for Blood Death Knights to not, but I just don't know if mine was out. I'm not even sure if I had it out or if I just used it right as I jumped down there. I've done that with my Pat My Lock before. I always dismiss now, yeah. Not sure if it was me or not. Whoever jumped last aggroed it. Oh, really? Like they waited too long to jump? I should probably like soothe this mob, huh? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I spawned the pet when I was down here, so. I think we have to go boss, though.
Beware.
How much is Twilight Devastation doing? Not much. I still have the like bad rank of it too.
Beware.
Trying to see Faxi play Survival. Oh yeah. I'm sure we have some VODs from the old days. Okay, it's a lot of trash. I think we got 3 battle reses. Oh, this fucking mob's still alive. Wow. Probably Devil probably do around 2 to 3% at the max rank. Oh, really? Oh, it certainly had plenty of battle reses. Hello, Mark. Welcome back. You don't have to be so formal, man. You can just call me Metro. He said, Mr. Metro Sir. That's like way too formal. It's like 2 levels of formality on that. The head enchants are not meant to be that big. Oh, well, yeah, I know. Have you heard from Potato? No. I thought we might hear from him more frequently, but even though we had a good conversation, I think he probably was a little embarrassed by how it all went. Hey, Mr. Lord Metro Sir. You'll address me as your grace. Proper to kneel when addressing your better. Someone can enchant it on your helm for you with the trade window. Wait, really? Are you serious? Can I be your court jester? No, that spot's reserved for Harry. Sorry, brother. Let me invite you after this key. Really?
So sweet. Who will be the bee's knees now?
Well, we won't be upgrading this. Have you been able to replicate the snap back to the mob bug in Cinderbrew? I've not tried, because that was a key-breaking bug, so no. Thankfully.
You take out my barman, my prototype, and my beekeeper, and now you're riding my bees like some nature-loving weirdo.
This is really fucking weird that we're riding the bees, to be honest. He's kind of right about that. Kind of weird.
Beware. 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 Beware.
What's more weird, riding the bees, or the bees knowing where to drop you off as if they want to be ridden? Oh, that's a great point, actually. Holy shit, I didn't even think about that point. That's a fucking great point.
Beware. Beware.
I'll mark this final one with Skull 2 just in case anybody's confused. Oh wait, we don't have count. What? We needed those small bees.
Beware.
I didn't know those were actually needed. That's weird. No, we'll get it at the end, I guess.
Beware.
Oh, Pax is ready going to get him.
All right.
Where are you going?
You may have gotten my employees, but now you're dealing with the CEO herself.
Where are you going? You missed one pack at the start? No. Just these bees. Are they gonna come up here? How are they gonna... How are you gonna get back up?
What a
Hopefully they'll come up. Yeah,
disappointment you
I don't think they're gonna... They actually were like flying, so maybe they were going to. Those bees won't go up with him. That's funny though. There's even more than we didn't need there. Could Faxi get life gripped? Oh, maybe. I didn't think we actually needed those. I always just pulled them because it seemed like they would aggro on the boss. Where are they? What's happening right now? Do they keep respawning? You can take the bee in combat. Oh, really? Yeah, look, they're like floating. Bzzz. That guy's gonna die to the bees. He's going down. This guy's gonna die. If you do and take the bee, they will de-aggro. Oh, fuck. I wish somebody told me that. We're doing this for science? We're doing it for biology, or what was the... ornithology, or whatever. What's the phrase? Lepidoptery. Does that count for bees, too?
Beware.
Biology. Lepidopteri. That's the people who studied winged insects, right? Is that right? I can never remember. Look it up. Somebody look it up. That was some very specific knowledge there. Do you want to know why I know that? It's because in Pokemon Reborn, a game that me and Arno played on Ace Games TV, my third channel or whatever, one of the gym leaders is a Lepidopterist. And Arno made like a joke out of it. Like, I don't remember what he said about it, but I'll always remember that now. And I don't know if it means, if it's just the bugs, the study of bugs, or if it's the study of winged bugs or something. I think it's like winged bugs. I don't remember. Faxi was in fact not lying by saying good damage. Faxi was spitting facts, if you will. Oh shit. Well, no, that was the other hunter you're talking about, right? That guy joined the keys queue. I saw him, I invited him, but then Faxi signed up. So we were joking like, alright, let's compare the two. It's moths and butterflies. There you go. Yeah, okay. Is percent right? I mean, it is now. It's over. But it wasn't when we skipped those small bees.
Beware.
Boom time? Yeah, well, it was. Other hunter was scared to be fact checked? Yeah, that's like, legitimately, I think you're right. 'Cause he was in the key the whole time and then left at the end after we filled. Well, at least we finished it. Don't have to do this key for a while now. Which one you want? Void Ritual is the best? I want, yeah, well, I want Twilight Dev, yeah. You're saying that actually works? That's crazy. Yeah, thanks a lot, Paxi. You certainly tried. That Demon Hunter got carried, but he's dead so much. 4.5. Not bad considering the problems we had. That Demon Hunter was permanently dead. Yeah, he had a lot of deaths that just sat dead for a long time. Greater Rune of Twilight Devastation, correct. Yeah, I don't know what the point of not having it is. Why does he not have the talent? Ever played Sea of Stars Metro? Never even heard of it. Faxi was on fire? Yeah, I swear if we upgrade that, they might have changed the name of the dungeon. But since we didn't. Demon Hunter Tree is paper thin too, no reason not to have it. Oh, I wonder what his reason was. Is this real? What the fuck? Well, thanks a lot. Is that a bug? Apparently that's the thing. You just enchanted my helmet with the thing that you're supposed to do from Visions. That saves me time. I was gonna try to get some time to finish that, but that's pretty crazy that you can do that. That's gotta be a bug, I think. Okay, let's see. Hey, there we go. A true homie. I appreciate that. I do. Classic style enchanting right there, almost. Yeah, you almost never see that done anymore, right? That'd be an exploit. I mean, yeah, probably, to be honest. It's gonna give me another fucking 2% DPS, so. Report Metro for exploration. Well, again, when Asmongold got banned for going out of bounds on the WAD or the Shadowlands Alpha, you remember that? He was flying around in the Maw when the only thing that was supposed to be available was Bastion or whatever. How much did rank 1 do? Yeah, rank 1 did 1.3%, 59 million. So rank 2 is going to be double that. So do 120 million maybe at most. It's going to break the key. And it's gone. Alright. Would you say your general excitement for WoW has decreased over the years? Oh god, no. It's just shifted focus. Like, originally my love for the game actually didn't come through the game much at all. It came through the guild and the people I was playing with. And then I grew to love the game with them. Like, that is really how I grew to love the game. I did not love WoW when I first started playing it. I quit it for a long time. Like, I don't know if you've known that, but like when I started playing in Classic, I quit during TBC as I wasn't enjoying playing it and I didn't have time to play it, and I started college and everything. And then when I met my IRL friends in college who played WoW, it like changed my whole approach to the game. Like, everything was different at that point. So that's like what made me fall in love with WoW, was the people. And then once the people left, I was like, oh, I still love the game. It's like if you ever get into like a relationship and you and the relationship partner do something like an activity together, but then you break up and you still like the activity afterwards, you know? That's kind of what happened. And it was like I was happy playing the game, but now I love playing the game. And then over the years, the things I loved playing in the game have gone or changed, but they really just focused. The shift focused, or the focus shift. Like, I went from loving raiding and healing to Mythic Plus and tanking and collecting and, you know, stuff like that. And then eventually I realized that the number one thing I liked was just like relatively challenging world content. And that was gone. And so now my focus has shifted again to the private server stuff, where I'm making my perfect version of WoW. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, like, people might look at that as, like, that's not WoW anymore, but to me, that's still WoW. Like, I'm still playing on Azeroth, and I'm still exploring concepts that Blizzard created just a long time ago. So. 20 years playing WoW since I was 14. I always take breaks, but I always come back. Yep. The game changes with you as you get older. It's amazing how the game shifts with you, basically. Yeah, I wouldn't say it shifted with me, but it shifted enough that I was able to recognize what I still loved about the game and kept with it. What private server do you play? I just made my own. Yeah, if you guys aren't aware, let me link this for you guys. I have a second channel now that I am like fucking deep in a series where I've been making my own like perfect version of WoW. And we are going balls deep into that shit, man. It's insane. Like, we are really doing some stuff there. It's to the point now where I feel like I'm actually making like classic remix, I feel like, at this point. So if you guys haven't seen it and you feel like you would enjoy just like chill, kind of not end game, like not competitive content, then maybe check it out. We got how many episodes already? 51 episodes published of that series now, and I have like another 30 episodes recorded. Like, maybe not that many, but yeah, we got another like at least week and a half of stuff already recorded. So does that channel ever go live? No, I won't ever stream on there, really. I might stream on there. Probably not. I'll probably just stream on here when Legion Remix comes out, but I did stream Mop Remix on there. Yeah, the background noise. The second channel is great for that. I have so many, and also I have a whole spreadsheet for that channel too, if you guys aren't aware. I have a spreadsheet of all the leveling challenges I've ever done, quote unquote, leveling things. So here's our recent one. Yeah, we got a playlist for every one of them. So if you're ever just looking for like hundreds of hours of nothing but something related to WoW, that channel has got it. And then I also have Ace Games TV, which was my original channel, but I pretty much stopped uploading there. That was where I was doing all the Pokemon content. I will eventually come back to the Pokemon content because I want to do a playthrough of the game I've been making, quote unquote. I haven't made it in a while, but I want to do a test run of the first part that I've made. So yeah, totally solo. Yeah, just for me, and really, really, really fun experience. Being able to have full creativity within the World of Warcraft is like I love modding games now. I've like really grown to enjoy making and modding games, and so being able to do that in other games that I've liked, like Dark Souls or Final Fantasy Tactics or Pokemon. Like I made my own Pokemon game as well. But yeah, Crusader Kings 2 mod. Like we've put a lot of time and effort into making games more fun for me personally. That's always been fun, but it was always like, it's not WoW still, you know what I mean? But then when I discovered you can do it with WoW, I was like, holy fuck, okay, we're not, like, now I'm just like, it's like mainlining, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just addicted as fuck. Today is midnight release for Switch 2. Oh yeah, that's probably where Jix is at, yeah. Yeah, no, shut up, priest. I took a 16-year break before Kata. Before what? Classic Kata? And the itch never went away. Like you wanted to play it the whole 16 years, you mean? Or you just got right back into it? How do you make your own server? It's pretty fucking complicated. I can't really summarize it, to be honest. But if you want to shortcut it, there's like a repack. You can look up repacks. Where people like compile all the code into a executable that you can press. Which is... It has stifled me creatively. I could have done a lot more, unfortunately. But it's such a, like, it's like, I guess, like, I don't even know what a good comparison would be. But it's, like, good enough. I'm good with what I have access to. I don't have access to, like, change, like, the source code of how the game works. But I can do almost everything I want to do. I could not enjoy leveling a character that can't group with others and has no permanence. Oh, it has permanence. Yeah, why would it not have permanence? And the thing about, you can also have, like, the Azeroth core that the modules and stuff, they have player bots. And they're, like, quite sophisticated. They'll, like, answer you and talk to you and shit. Painbow, actually, is the person who introduced me to that. He plays on a Wrath private server alone, and it's, like, more populated than Live WoW. Like, it's got hundreds of bots, like, constantly running content. And they're quite sophisticated. They like listen to what you say and respond to you and like interact in ways that you would be surprised. But I don't like that. I'd rather actually be alone. And then like I've been doing, I've basically been turning like every dungeon and raid into a delve effectively. I've been trying to like make the full end game playable alone. It's been really engaging. I think we just started uploading Sunken Temple episodes now. I'm considering Sunken Temple like the beginning of the end game for us on there. And I'm playing a Death Knight, in case that wasn't clear. I started a level 1 Death Knight, that was one thing that really made me, like, I really wanted to do that, was play a Death Knight through classic content. That's why we ultimately went to Azeroth core, so I can play the Wrath stuff. Okay, I guess we need to, like, name this something specific. What does that private tab mean when making a group? Yeah, it means only people on your friends list are in your guild too.
I have calibrated my prices to be reasonable.
Or I think maybe you could invite people, like you can put their name into it too maybe, I don't know. Yeah, we need Warlock for the skip. I would take a Rogue or a Priest, but I'm just sick of waiting for somebody to sign up, so we'll just make it more clear.
My directive has been fulfilled.
I watched the video of the Warlock skip still aggroing the mobs. Yeah, that I still don't fully understand that. People were saying that it's because the guy takes it from the wrong angle. Like the portal is correct, but clicking the portal has to be done right as well. Which I guess I can understand, but it doesn't make any sense to me, honestly. I don't know why that would be the case if it just sends you through the middle of the portal. But I guess it's like an inch too far to the right, and that was enough. Why couldn't the priest just mind soothe? I mean, probably because he didn't know it was an option, I would assume. Because the fact that they wiped to it twice and nobody commented on Rogue Shroud or priest. I should have mentioned that in the video, but you need to jump and then click the portal mid-jump. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've not had any issues with that skip whatsoever, so I'm shocked to see people fail it. Hey Mansoor, welcome back. How the hell are you, brother? I only have about I have an hour left at this point, so hopefully we'll get this key going soon. But I don't, that might unfortunately have to be the last one. I just looked at the wipe we had. Pretty sure the shaman and priest were both hella slow. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I never looked at that. So you don't think it was my pet? Okay. That's enough for me. I just wanted to see. I'm pretty sure I didn't spawn the pet until I jumped down. I just have, like I had it in my head that I had it out the whole time, but yeah, they just took so long that the pat just walked back to them basically, huh? I would choose Soothe or Shroud way before Lockgate. Oh really? No, Lockgate's way better. It's way faster. Rogue and Priest, you have to walk all the way around. It's like an extra 15 seconds or something. But yeah, the gate should not fail. It just, I guess, has a high percentage of failing for some people. I've never seen it fail once. The only time I've ever seen it fail, quote unquote, was when somebody couldn't click it. Lockgate is iffy. Yeah, not in my experience. But I guess, yeah, if you haven't, yeah. If your experience is that it's iffy, then feel like you gotta do it. I've only had it succeed once. Oh, well, yeah, I've never had it fail. Gate also has huge time saver for conveyor belts. Yeah, that's true. Gambling to upgrade for Priory, yep. Trying to, but it's not really worked out. What's that? Oh, wow. Holy shit. Don't really like those plague-looking ones, but that's cool. As a Warlock this season, I'd say it fails at least 25% of the time. You mean like 25% of the dungeons, or like 25% of the players who click it? Because I've never seen a single player fail it other than not being able to click it. Could be a gnome thing though, yeah. Yeah, let's change it to 25% of the time I use it, someone can't take it. Oh, okay, so that would be you considered, it would be a failure to you. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's still a failure, I guess. So I don't know. I wouldn't say that's a failure, but I guess at the end of the day, if the guy can't take the portal, then what do? You know, just summon him too. Short races definitely have issues. Yeah, that could be the problem. Sometimes jumping and clicking works. I've heard that. I had a few runs that people went faster than the tank and got one shot. That happened in that VOD, yeah. That was funny. The person who recorded it. That was Mike, right? Yeah, he clicked it before the tank and then just dies. That's funny.
Excavating here might be dangerous.
Last time I played a short race, it was in the other side when I had to swim and others could walk. Yeah, that shit is annoying. I remember Sarah, we wiped to that. We were doing the other side. She got stuck swimming and she couldn't keep up with us, and we wiped to it. I got tired of waiting. Yeah, well, I would like to say I don't blame you, but you died, so I guess I don't know how to respond to that really, but as a fellow goblin warlock, I have to jump to take my own gate. Oh, that's gross. You can't even click your own gate. That's fucked. Ryan, what's up? Welcome. I had an issue yesterday with pet skipping in theater. Oh yeah, that's, yeah. And then the mob just like randomly snaps to you. I had that. You could swim in the smallest puddle known to man in Mechagon Wing. Yep. In the Addon wheeled wing, yeah. Okay, one shot it. Touch of death. You looking for a push group? Nope. Looking for a pug group. I'm talking the Mechagon Wing. Oh, really? I don't even remember where there was water there, but I haven't experienced that. I was talking about the Addon wheeled wing. We did the skip successfully. Double skip, kill the boss, and when we were skipping the mini boss to Gore Chop, the minis skipped came. Oh, like long time after you passed them? Wait, what do you mean to Gore Chop? I've had it where when you finish the guy that you fight each other on, whatever that guy's name is, the pets run all the way around if you have them out, and that aggroes them. I've never had them take like 6 minutes to get there though. Hunter said he forgot to dismiss his pet, and they just like, but what, I just don't know what happens to them. Like they just wait for you. Maybe that's the case. Maybe they stay in combat the whole time and they just evade until they can finally find a spot to snap to, and then they snap. Is that what happens? You know, I haven't seen Twilight Dev proc yet. You should make videos for key runs for tanks or Keystone Guru route. Yeah, I used to do stuff like that, and there was way too many like dissenting people saying that my opinion was wrong, basically, so I just stopped. But the stream has everything I do documented, so you can find all that info without me having to make the video if you wanted to. Pretty absurd wait time for DPS, yep. It's weird that we can't find it like a rogue or a priest, I don't know. Probably just get a draft of Silent Footfalls for everyone at this point. If interested, I run with a rogue and I'm Shaman Resto. Yeah, no, I just pug here, but thanks. Hey, rogue. Okay. Alright, well, yeah. This is going to have to be the last one for the day. Unless it's a very quick disband. Gotta be off at like 4:10ish. Just kill the pack? Yeah, I guess you're probably right, but I don't ever want to do a key where we have we're intentionally going to go over count, you know what I mean? That doesn't sound like a good idea.
Even though the core way is usable again, there is still plenty of construction work and
All right, let's get in there. Hopefully upgrade this, and then tomorrow we'll have a 16. Well, a green one too. Where do you get the green one? Temple of Citralis was 150% count W route, was it? I don't remember it very well.
This island is home to a multitude of dangers. Help us secure a perimeter by eliminating the most immediate threats.
If you don't skip last pack, it was 120% or something in Citralis, yeah. The green one's on the store. Oh, okay. All right, here we go. Last key of the day. Unless something crazy happens. I was watching VODs from the spreadsheet. Something I've always wondered. What's with Az, Ragnaros, and Quel'Thalas players? It's a long and meandering story, but yeah, it's hard to explain shortly, to be honest. TLDR, there's been a lot of stigma over the years, and because of that, most people who are trying to optimize their time pugging are not going to stick with those realms, leading the only people who remain to be like those who don't care about the stigma, meaning people who are basically like either aloof or assholes, one of the two. So a higher population of problematic players have kind of been bred there because of that. Like, think about how hard people min-max shit in this game, right? Like, these people are going to do, like, everything in their power to get even the smallest gain. Well, so obviously they're going to leave a realm if the realm is hurting them, you know? So who would not do that? You know what I mean? Like, what people would stay when they know the realm is hurting them? Well, that's the people who are left on those realms. What would you say is the worst dungeon boss that's ever been in Mythic Plus? Thorgus, I think, or Korgus or something? The last boss in... Toldagor, yeah. Yeah, I don't think this enchant worked. Somebody pay attention if you see Twilight Dev proc, but I haven't seen it proc yet since he gave it to me. That would make sense why it's possible, but it doesn't actually do anything.
Now this is a statistical anomaly. Our visitors are still alive.
Why you don't publish on stream?
To introduce them to
Publish? What does that mean? Oh, on Steam. Wait, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? I don't know what that means, sir.
The city's entrance is located just past this arena.
Dalaran and Proudmoore players have been mostly positive. Nice.
Beware, beware.
Won't we be dead?
I can't bet on a sure thing, and I ain't really living.
Oh, there it is. Okay, it does work. That's weird. That took a long time for its first proc. There's the second one. Just bad luck. You were talking about your game. Oh yeah. Are you talking about like I haven't actually made a game or anything? I just make mods for game. Worst boss was season 1 of Hakar. Oh yeah. There's a bunch of really bad bosses in the beginning of Shadowlands. Yeah, we got Twilight Dev there, yeah. That was weird. I didn't think it was gonna happen. Last boss of Grimrail Depot sucked. Yeah, that one was just not fun. The instances were so easy, you could still wipe and yeah, yep. Music nerd, here the theme for the boss and workshop are so true to form for the gnomish feel. Oh good, I'm glad you feel that way. Beware. The music has been successfully it's been very well implemented recently, let's put it that way. I find it hard to tell what boss has been more fun than least fun. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean they're all kind of fine, like I don't really... Boss fights are rarely fun in Mythic Plus, unfortunately. The trash is what keeps you going. Beware. This next fight's kind of cool. Because I can cheese it in AMS. Like, yeah, usually if I'm going to find the fight fun, it's going to be something that's like really abnormal that you can do. Guess we don't even need to do this. I remember Warlocks surviving for ages without healers on the last boss of Grimrail. Oh yeah. I don't. Okay, this is the guy we invited to the key. Not gonna lie, this season has a lot of good dungeon bosses. Oh yeah. That's good, no reason to lie about that. Honesty is the best policy, as they say. This dungeon has the best quotes, such as, "You are no longer my father." Oh shit. That really, is that the one that stands out to you? I love Legion, Mythic Plus, Metro. Curious if you enjoyed Mythic Plus and Legion 2? Oh yeah. I mean, that was the first time. That's like what we got our start with, obviously, so. Beware. Yeah, the triple trash quote. That's the best one. Nature-loving weirdos. The BEO, yeah, she's really got some good lines. It's a lot of puns, though. It's hard to enjoy that. Yeah, excessive levels of flash. But my favorite one is actually from Junkyard. Mobility compromised, as he's just like stuck in the slime. I love that. That's like my favorite thing. So cute. And we made a bunch of jokes about it when it was last here, because there's a lot of things that rhyme with mobility. So we would say, if we had a holy priest in the group, which was like the meta but awful at the time, utility compromised holy priest. And if we had a shaman DPS, survivability compromised. I used to do it all the time. It was like my favorite thing in the game at the time. Massive levels of toxicity detect. Yeah, there's another great one. I hated this dungeon when they launched it, but now it's one of my favorites. Oh yeah. That's how, yeah, a lot of things are like that in life, huh? It's like the sun. When I first was like, when I was like 2 years old, I fucking hated the sun. I remember hating it, but now I love it. I realize it's life-sustaining, I guess, is probably the big thing, but... I also think you've dismantled a piece of furniture is underrated. That is, I agree, that is underrated. I'm just scared from high workshops years ago. Oh yeah, I mean the bosses are still really scary in here. Massive level of toxicity of our city. Oh, don't get me going on that song. Why do you never play with friends? I don't have any. I have more enemies than friends at this point. I secretly want Mythic plus a vanilla. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't think they would work. But I guess we'll find out. I think they might do some stuff at the end of the day. I wish I could play with you, but I'm on EU. Yeah, see? We can't be friends if we're not in the same region, obviously. I enjoyed the last boss of Neltharian's Lair as Death Knight. Yeah, that fight was cool, actually. Calvin says just M. Is that all you wanted to say, or is there more to it? I'll give you a chance to redact that. Also, Sniper also says M. Oh shit, is that like some new slang I'm unaware of? No. Okay. Is M short for Metro? Maybe. Love how you're padding your HPS. It's just like, I mean, it's DPS if anything that I'm padding. How much is this rogue paying for the carry? Why does this guy keep pinging the dogs? That almost killed me there. It's not padding if it's helping to kill the boss, though. I mean, I assume that was a joke, yeah. What the hell? Didn't even know you can go over here. Any tip for resilient keys? No. Keep trying. Have resilience. Probably scared they're gonna pull them. Yeah, but we're nowhere near them. Yo, are you vampire? You mean in real life, or? I'm not, no. I'd like to be. That'd be pretty fucking cool, to be honest. There's like an inherent like sensuality to being a vampire, it seems, in a lot of media. That'd be pretty cool. Oh, you mean like Sandland or shit? No, not Sandland. Deathbringer. That'd be fucking wicked to be a vampire. Holy shit, man. You really got me thinking. I play Prot Thane. Colossus just feels wrong, to be honest. Is that how you feel about Deathbringer? No, not really. A Sandlane should feel right, to be honest. It's just the playstyle is not fun.
So, you dismantled a few of my
Deathbringer is the one that I never expected to even think about. If the spells were totally reversed, like if Sandland was everything that Deathbringer is, I wouldn't, like, Deathbringer would be a meme. Like, I wouldn't even consider it. But unfortunately, Sandland spells are so, like, the things that it offers you is so detrimental to my playstyle that I can't even consider playing it. I tried to consider it, and I still ended up not. I'm usually not into high APM, but Thane made me see that was a lie. Oh yeah. Deathbringer is really fun. It just fits the Blood Death Knight kit. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, they designed the perfect hero talent tree. It works perfectly with what Blood Death Knight is supposed to be good at.
Beware. Beware.
It's same for Thane. It was made for Warrior. Oh yeah. What's the other one called? Let's see. Colossus. Okay, yeah. Yeah, see, I thought the name Sandlane was gonna be like, I would just fall in love with that instantly, but... Okay, yeah, and then if we had the riders, like, if I could summon fucking Deathlord and shit, like, oh man, dude. If I could have the 4 horsemen riding at my back, yeah, I guess then at that point it would be obvious that we'd be picking that one. Thane was fun. I switched and tried out Colossus. Demolish is just such a big smash. Oh yeah. That sounds cool too, I guess. What's like, what are the, what's the third option that the other specs have?
Do not allow these bots to detect you. Remaining within the steam will shield you from their sensors.
I see Holy Pally is a meta. Mythic pluses. Huh? It's different for sure. I just like how much damage Colossus does. It helps me make up for the sometimes lack of damage in Pugs. Oh yeah. Warriors, Mountain Thane, Colossus, and Slayer. Oh, okay, Slayer. That doesn't sound very good. What do you guys think, like, the best thematic hero talent tree is? Not, like, the best class balance or tuning or whatever, power or whatever. Which one do you think is, like, the most thematic? The one that adds the most to the theme of the character that you've already enjoyed? Eldrachi Reaver, really? Riders of the Apocalypse? That's hard to argue with. Yeah, that's hard to argue with. It really feels like you would actually be like a Death Lord at that point, right? Like, you're an important Death Knight. Herald of the Sun on Ret. Don't think I would say about that one. I think the answer for me would be Frostfire Mage if I had to pick. I love that one. It's such a cool concept. But I also really like Dark Ranger for Night Elf, or for what? For Hunter. Dark Ranger seems like it would be, like, if I had to pick only one, I think Dark Ranger would be the one that I would pick. Sentinel for Marksman, you think that's... Yeah, that's actually a pretty good theme as well, right? Frostfire is like, yeah, it's such a good one, man. I just love Frostfire Bolt. Loves Totemic. Oh yeah, Totemic's another really good one, actually. I've never seen an Enhanced Shaman like play or anything, but I feel like Totemic Enhanced would be really cool. Shadow Pan, did you just bring a monk? The fuck? Druid of the Claw. I think actually the Druid ones, like if you had to collect all 3, the Druid ones are the best for this concept. Because they also have Keeper of the Grove, which is like the iconic, like the original hero talents, right? Like, it's really, really cool. That was a fucking Warcraft 3 hero, you know what I mean? Like, that's awesome. So was Mountain Thane, though, I guess, yeah. Warrior Slayer is so bad. Oh, really? Yeah, there's like, I looked at the rogue ones, and it's like, what the fuck does this have to do with being a rogue? What are the names of the rogues ones? They're like, they don't even make sense. It's like totally not. They really fucked up the rogue ones. They're like the worst, I think. Templar Paladin was definitely one that was on my radar for that. I think Templar Rat would be way more thematic, but... Druid of the Claw has so much flavor. Just wish the Baron Cat Weaving were better implemented. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I love that. Druid of the Claw and Keeper of the Grove are both in, you know, for Druid. Trickster is one. Yeah, like, really weird, right? Deathstalker and Fatebound. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? How are those the ones they chose, right? Even the names, like, wait, what? If you heard those three names, would you even think Rogue? Like, I don't even know that I would. I mean, I guess a little bit. It's just there's not a lot of other options, but I don't even know. Fatebound? Like, what is that, Priest? I would think that's Priest or something. Stealthman and Stab Guy. Yeah, that's what it should be, yeah. It really should just be Subtlety, Combat, and Assassination, right? Like, they actually had the hero talents right in Classic, and they changed it. Deathstalker sounds like Hunter to me. Maybe Demon Hunter or something. Tell me you don't know what Sandlane is when you hear it. You know what I mean? Like, how the fuck did they fuck it up so bad for Rogue? Scale Commander? That one makes sense to me. It's just a weird name, yeah. Problem with Rogue is 3 specs already made the Rogue unique. Yeah, that's what I mean. They didn't need hero talents. They already had hero talents. Assassination, Subtlety, and Combat. Those are the hero talents. Did Rogue keep the hero talent point that gives him hour-long tricks of the trade? Oh, I don't know. It sounds roguish, but I've never played WoW. I'd say, if I'd never played WoW, I'd say Deathstalker would be a survival hunter. Yeah. I mean, you could even say it's a Death Knight. Like, it doesn't sound like a rogue at all. Trickster is the most rogue you can ever get, you think? I don't think so. It feels to me like it would be like a jester or something, like a rogue trickster, you know? That doesn't sound to me. I think it plays out because, like, the role of the bones thing, but I don't know, like trickster, what's that, an imp? Like a warlock would have that?
So, my misguided son returned.
Master Thief, that would be a cool one. I don't know what you would name them, to be honest. What do you think about the warlock ones? Yeah, what is it? Hellcaller, Soul Harvester, and Diabloist, right? The names are weak, but they're way stronger than the rogue ones. Infiltrator and Nightshade would have been good names. There you go. Infiltrator, that's the answer. Good choice. Roll the Bones needs to be removed. I don't have that power, man. I'm sorry. You're asking the wrong person. Hey, Skull Penner, long time. Let's see how you been. Priest has some badass hero specs. Yeah, what they have? Oracle, Void Weaver, and what's the third one? Archon. Yeah, Archon's pretty cool. Roll the Bones needs to be removed because I love playing it and it sucks. RNG is bad. Got 15s done, now doing 16s. Looking good this season. Sweet. Glad you're enjoying the season. Me too. I'm also enjoying it. I play with music off, so I think this is the first time I've ever heard the Mechagon music. Oh, that is sad. You gotta turn that shit back on, man. You're missing some greatness. Try to go around. Alright, that works, I guess.
Beware. Beware.
I can't play with music in any game, it distracts me. That's how I was originally. But the more I started doing it, the more I got over that, basically. I think they gave up with the Rogue Hero talents. It was also the last ones implemented in the game, so honestly, yeah, I kind of agree with you. I normally would never say that about the company, but it does feel like they kind of ran out of ideas. I liked the Mythic Plus all season, more in Dragonflight than War Within 2, to be honest. Oh yeah. Last time I tried a stealth skip, they were Holy Pally, ran in and dropped Consecrate. What the fuck? Well, he just aggroed shit even though you're in stealth. That's funny. He's never been a stealthy character. Paladins are not. You know, they just kind of run in, so. He didn't know shit about it. Lucian Kernia, welcome. How's it going? Welcome. New name there. Welcome. Unfortunately, you've come at a bad time, but we will be back tomorrow. This is the last key for the day, but we will be back tomorrow morning. Or tomorrow at noon again, I think. Maybe I'll end a little earlier tomorrow. We'll see. Because I definitely want to play some basketball tomorrow afternoon. You get that 16 Priory done? Nope, couldn't find one. There was only like one listed the whole day and I didn't get invited to it. I do today Priory 15 in time in the last second. Nice. Make sure you record them if you run into anything interesting. Send them in, we'll take a look at them. Rogues are too rare. Noobs don't know how to pay attention to Shroud. Yeah. Is Priory this hard after 15? No, it's actually quite easy. We almost upgraded to 17. Played Havoc Demon Hunter, no meta here. Oh, you don't use meta as Havoc? What the fuck? Isn't Shroud pretty obvious? It is if you're on certain textures and terrains. But sometimes it's hard to tell your stealth and the circle will like fade out with the terrain. How's the keys doing? Well, we got to 3,400 today, so that's great. But that was like our first key, so since then we haven't made any progress because we're not able to find the Priory we need. But we'll keep doing our own key if we can't, and tomorrow we'll look again for Priory. Well, it's not about gray on gray. It's about like the texture of the, like sometimes like the slope of a ramp will hide it and stuff, you know. All the times I've tried to do Shroud skip here, a DPS decides to go first and gets slammed by the trash. Oh, really? Yeah, everybody, you guys keep kind of returning to this topic of the skip being hard, but I've never seen it go wrong. I did the work skip yesterday to the final room. You skipped work? You're gonna get fired, don't you think? Is 8 week? It's 8 weeks still? What? You're asking when the next season comes out? If so, then we don't know yet. But apparently stuff's been encrypted on the PTR, so it might be, I would imagine the patch is going to be announced soon, because if 11.1.7 is coming out in 2 weeks, then obviously that's going to be followed quickly by the actual PTR for the next one. 11.2 is going to be in August, you think? That'd be kind of early, I think. But maybe. I think it'd be late August. It's like you need at least 8 weeks usually for the PTR, and it's not on the PTR right now. It's still possible that it comes this week, I guess. I've seen some people say it was August 12th. Well, just a lot of guesses, I think. I don't think anything's been announced, but... Augmentation or August? No, yeah, August, yeah. Thankfully, God, could you imagine? If the next patch had 5 Augs, that'd be brutal. I'm at 2.3k. I want to get to 3k before the season ends. Oh, you got plenty of time for that. That can be done in 1 week at this point. If you have any questions, let me know. I don't know why I keep saying it questions today. Did you notice that? I said that like 4 times. Kind of being like a little sassy, I guess. I don't know what that is. I gotta rewind the stream 30 minutes. Just got home from work. Nah, well, I mean, the VOD's gonna be published after this key we're done, so. Questioners. Yeah. Just anxiety plus dungeon knowledge is all that's stopping me. Well, I get it. It's hard to be confident at times, especially if you're tanking. Hey, nobody's losing to Mechagon, King Mechagon today. Pray for Priory Key. Say a prayer. We do easily upgrade it. And we get Priory.
The mech originator has been destroyed. And so has my father. You have my gratitude, heroes.
So that's good.
Know that King Mechagon's vision
But
of the world is
the damage on Monk is so low.
share.
I mean, he's kind of right, I guess.
Must now focus on rebuilding. But if you ever require our assistance, you need only request it. Huh. This partnership wasn't that bad.
I leaded raid team in Final Fantasy 14. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. It is weird that if you play that game and tank there, you'd be anxious and WoW, but... How'd your Twilight dev do? Let's take a look. Oh yeah, pretty good. 2.4. Yeah, pretty much doubled, right? What overall is okay for 15s? It depends too much on the dungeon to answer that question. You did the quest for it. I did not. I did not. Who's this? Probably somebody from that group. I did not do it. Apparently you can enchant other people's items. So a viewer came and enchanted mine. What's the general item level needed for 12 to 15? Doesn't work that way, yeah. Doesn't work that way. Just get in there as soon as possible and you'll know if you're ready for it or not. Might be low, but it clearly wasn't too low. That's pretty bad, to be honest. But yeah, it was fine, I guess. Yeah, just do limit testing, yeah. Alright, let's get this on the sheet, and then I must leave. I gotta go in about 20 minutes, but we don't have time for another key. So that'll be our day over. Working, shopping. I've had bomb healers at 651 in the 13 and Dookie 670s. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just like doesn't work that way. And the reason I answer it that way is very specific because I don't want people to think like, all right, I'm 660 now. I can go do 12s. You know what I mean? Like, it's first of all, that's not going to work that way on either direction. Like, you might be 660 and still not be ready for a 12, or you might have been 650 and ready for a 12 the whole time, and you just wasted your own time. You know what I mean? So like, just go, just try and do the best you can, and you'll know. Like, oh, I got fucking one shot there. I might need more gear. You know what I mean? And if you don't know, if you can't figure it out, then make sure you record your runs. And if you can't figure it out after watching back those recordings, send those to me and I will help you learn. How is the monk's damage on bosses? Let's look on this boss because this fight was way more interesting. Yeah, top damage on that boss. Cujo beat the rogue, but the rogue died. Tussle Tonks was the one he got originally flamed for. He did 30 million less than the rogue, and the rogue asked how much he was buying the key for, which is pretty funny. And then he beat the rogue on the boss too. Same stuff when people ask what HPS you need. Yeah, that's what I mean. It just doesn't work that way. There's too many variables. And I don't want you to think that it does work that way for a few reasons. Because if you think it does work that way, then you may potentially end up limiting your progression or getting stonewalled in a different way because of that. It's better to just try. For myself, I prefer to go in dungeons I'm not comfortable with for a little more padding. Oh yeah, what do you mean, like lower versions of them? Alright, well, I guess that's it. I don't have to go yet, but might as well end stream. So we will be back tomorrow morning or whatever, same time. I'm not sure yet. I may end a little earlier tomorrow just so I can start and end a little earlier tomorrow just so I can get more outdoors time since I got kind of robbed of it today. But going to my nephew or niece's graduation party or graduation tonight. So wish me luck. Take a nap maybe while we're there. I will see you guys tomorrow.